Chapter 4:18. Infernal Demonic Ants. Let's hope so. Yang Hongwu nodded. If something really happened to them, he really didn't know what to do. He just hoped that heaven would help them. If anything were to happen to them, he would definitely exterminate the entire Hua family. What is that? Suddenly, Yang Hongwu saw a huge chasm in front of him. In the depths of the chasm, there were terrifying things moving. Looking carefully, they were densely packed, making one's scalp numb. Oh my God, those are infernal demonic ants. Hong Xiao saw those things, and her face changed. Infernal demonic ants. What kind of savage beast is that? Yang Hongwu saw those ants and felt disgusted. However, he didn't know why these infernal demonic ants made Hong Xiao so worried. Infernal demonic ants are the most terrifying savage beasts in the ancient domain. Hong Xiao said, "Let's go, quickly leave this place." No, according to the map, this place should be safe. How can this be? Yang Hongwu frowned and said, "If we don't leave now, it will be too late. This map is very old. These infernal demonic ants might have just migrated here." Hong Xiao grabbed Yang Hongwu and retreated. "Wait, Xiao, don't be anxious." Yang Hongwu stopped her. "Do you want to die?" Hong Xiao said angrily. "These are not infernal demonic ants." Yang Hongwu shook his head and said, "This place should be an illusion created by us." At this time, Yang Hongwu heard the sound of cat. This place is not infernal demonic ants. It's just an illusion. However, even if it's an illusion, it's still very difficult to pass through. Illusion? This is impossible. This is a great formation. Yang Hongwu said, "This great formation is a combination of illusion formation and space-time illusion formation." Illusion formation, space-time illusion formation? Hong Xiao said, "How can you tell? If this is a formation, it's too realistic. Could it be that we've entered an illusion formation?" No, this is not an illusion formation. That's because you didn't see it." Yang Hongwu shook his head and said, "It's true that we haven't entered the illusory array. If we did, it wouldn't be easy to get out. It's just that our vision is affected. Coupled with the restriction of a space-time phantom, this is simply a work of God. Without the cat, it's really impossible to find out that this is just an illusory array. If I'm not wrong, this should be the first intersection. When ordinary people encounter this illusory array, it's impossible for them to continue walking forward. Therefore, they've taken a fork." Yang Hongwu took out the map, pointed at the information on the map, and said, "Look, we should be here. There are two roads here. One is relatively safe, while the other is extremely dangerous. We have to pass through the territory of the Snow Dragon Eagle. Although the Snow Dragon Eagle is only an 8th level savage beast, it belongs to the flying type. Moreover, it's a social animal. It's much more powerful than ordinary 8th level savage beasts. If the two of us take that road, it's absolutely a dead end. According to what you said, if we want to take this road, we have to break the formation and restriction. Are you a formation master or restriction master?" Although Hong Xiao wasn't a formation master or a restriction master, she knew that the formation and restriction formation weren't ordinary. "I have a way," Yang Hongwu said with a smile. "I'm a formation master, not a restriction master. I can break the formation and restriction. Therefore, there's no problem for us to pass through here." Yang Hongwu was very confident. He had elixirs for both the formation and restriction. The restriction-breaking elixir and the formation-breaking elixir were very powerful. They could definitely come in handy here. Yang Hongwu took out 49 elixirs, including 21 formation-breaking elixirs and 28 restriction-breaking elixirs. What kind of elixirs are these? Don't tell me that we rely on these elixirs to break the formation and restriction? Hong Xiao looked at Yang Hongwu holding the elixirs and asked, "Yes, we rely on these elixirs to break the restriction and formation." Yang Hongwu said with a smile, "These elixirs are not ordinary elixirs. They're special elixirs that I refined. These 21 elixirs are called formation-breaking elixirs, which can break the formation. The other 28 elixirs are restriction-breaking elixirs, which can be used to break the restriction. This formation and the restriction of time and space are not difficult in front of these elixirs. What nonsense are you talking about? I've never heard of formation-breaking elixirs and restriction-breaking elixirs. Hong Xiao was furious when she heard this. This bastard, at this critical moment, he still said such words. How could he joke about this kind of thing? Nonsense. No, it's definitely not nonsense. Watch. Yang Hongwu flicked the elixirs with both hands. All 49 elixirs shot out and scattered in all directions. Then, they formed mysterious runes, and the whole sky was illuminated with colorful lights. Open! Yang Hongwu shouted and made a series of hand seals with both hands. His speed was extremely fast. 10 breaths later, Yang Hongwu stomped his foot, causing the entire ground to tremble. A ray of light flashed, and the scene in front of them changed dramatically. The huge chasm and the dense-held demonic ants disappeared. Instead, there was a deep path. This deep path was right at the edge of the huge cliff. It also looked very terrifying. At the edge of the cliff, there was a terrifying astral wind blowing from the abyss. This terrifying astral wind was like a terrifying wind blade, which made people feel a piercing pain. This is unbelievable. You're also an alchemist? Hong Xiao was shocked. She did not expect that everything in front of her was actually real. Could it really be the effect of the elixirs? It was like a dream. Such elixirs were refined. Could it be that Yang Hongwu was an elixir emperor? Only an elixir emperor could have such a powerful means. Of course, I'm indeed an alchemist. When I was in the lower realm, I was already a 7th grade alchemist. Yang Hongwu said, Lower realm, 7th grade alchemist of the ancient desolate continent. You're the elixir emperor of the Tianyi Academy? Suddenly, Hong Xiao said, Yes, you've heard of me? Yang Hongwu said, My name is spread throughout the ancient domain. I met someone once. She told me. Hong Xiao said, I didn't expect you to be the elixir emperor of the lower realm. I'm very curious. Why didn't you go to the Tianyi Immortal Mansion first? Who was the person you met? Yang Hongwu was stunned. In the ancient domain, there were not many people who knew about him. Could it be Bai Iran? Bai Iran? Chapter 419. Meeting Gao Qingqing. What kind of person was Bai Iran? She was the most outstanding genius of the Bai family. Her current strength had already reached an extremely high level. Although Hong Xiao was also very powerful, compared to Bai Iran, she was still far from it. If it's not Bai Iran, then who is it? In this ancient domain, the only people who knew about his situation were Bai Iran, Yuji, and the others. Yuji definitely wasn't Bai Iran. So who could it be? Yang Hongwu suddenly thought of a person. Could it be Hua Qinxue? If it was Hua Qinxue, there was also possible. Thinking of this, Yang Hongwu became very excited. If it was Hua Qinxue, then it meant that he could see her again. He didn't know how she was now. Had she already reconstructed her body? How much had her cultivation recovered? Gao Qingqing, Tianyi Immortal Mansion's Gao Qingqing. Gao Qingqing? Yang Hongwu didn't think that the person she was talking about was Gao Qingqing. He hadn't met Gao Qingqing yet, and he didn't even have any contact with her. Where did you meet her? Yang Hongwu said, I haven't met her, but I have something to give her. I know her father. I met her in the Iron Bone ruins. Forget it. We don't have much time. Let's find a location on the map first. Yang Hongwu said. Walking down the path, the terrifying astral wind made Yang Hongwu and Hong Xiao frown. The astral wind was already so strong at the entrance. If they went further in, the astral wind would be even stronger. They wouldn't be able to walk at all. If they weren't careful, they might fall into the abyss and die without a burial place. Oh, right. Yang Hongwu thought of something. Talisman, wind talisman. Wait a moment. I'll refine a few talismans first. Yang Hongwu said to Hong Xiao. You protect me. After Yang Hongwu finished speaking, he began to make talismans. Using the divine talisman technique, a paper talisman was quickly made. After about half an hour, Yang Hongwu made 6 wind fixing talismans. Wind freezing talisman? Does this wind freezing talisman work? You'll know once you give it a try. However, it won't last long. A single talisman can only last for an hour. I hope that we can reach our destination within 3 hours. Yang Hongwu gave 3 talismans to Hong Xiao. The two of them activated the wind-fixing talisman. The talisman seemed to form a wind shield, covering the two of them inside. The wind outside had no way to blow in. This road is really long. Yang Hongwu and Hong Xiao had walked for nearly half an hour, but they still hadn't reached their destination, which made Yang Hongwu feel helpless. He had already used 1 talisman, and this was already the second wind-fixing talisman. Looking at the road ahead, there was still no exit, which made Yang Hongwu feel a headache. Even if he used another talisman, there was still no way to reach the end. Hopefully, they would be able to reach their destination after the wind-fixing talisman was used up. In a valley dozens of miles away from the two of them, Fang Ge and Master Snow Devil were covered in blood. The two of them had killed a wave of savage beasts and were exhausted to death. I say, Master Snow Devil, are you sure this road is safe? This is already the 6th wave of savage beasts. If it wasn't for my strength, I'm afraid that I would have died here. Fang Ge was really at a loss. He finally experienced the horror of the Great Snow Mountain. In such a short journey of less than 100 miles, they had already encountered 6 waves of savage beasts. The weakest of these savage beasts was at the beginning of Class 8. After killing these 6 waves of savage beasts, he was exhausted to death. This is the safest path that I know of. If you don't believe me, you can choose another path. When Master Snow Demon heard that Fang Ge actually doubted him, he immediately became angry out of humiliation. No, that's not what I meant. I'm just curious. That little bastard, how did they go so smoothly? Fang Ge couldn't figure out. Although Hong Xiao was very strong, she was still weaker than him. Could it be that she had a breakthrough again? The two of them aren't strong, but they probably came here with a map. Master Snow Devil said, it said that there's an ancient treasure in the Great Snow Mountain. Could it be that they have obtained a map of the ancient treasure? Master Snow Devil's eyes lit up as he said this, revealing a greedy look. The map of the ancient treasure trove. That was the ancient treasure trove. If he could obtain it, his strength would increase by leaps and bounds. Let's go. We have to catch up with them. Master Snow Devil was full of motivation when he thought of this. Fang Ge was also very shocked. He thought that the reason why Yang Hongwu and Hong Xiao entered the snowy mountain was because they were being chased by him. They were in a panic and didn't know where to go. Now that he heard Master Snow Devil's words, this matter was probably true. Moreover, as the City Lord of Earthsalt City, he was very well informed. During this period of time, the ancient regions Hua clan and ancient regions Yu clan had been very active. It was said that it was related to the ancient regions Hua clan's Emperor Weapon, the Sacred Lotus Ancestral Seal. Emperor Weapon, Sacred Lotus Ancestral Seal. If he could obtain that Emperor Weapon, his strength would surpass the God Realm and reach the Legendary Realm, ascending to the Heavenly Region. It had been many years since someone had ascended to the Heavenly Region. However, if he could obtain the Emperor Weapon and enter the Emperor's treasury, he might be able to reach the Legendary Realm. All right, let's hurry up. The two of them were even more motivated now. On the other hand, Yang Hongwu and Hong Xiao had already walked a long distance. The talisman in their hands was already the 3rd one. The previous 2 talismans had already been used up. The 3rd talisman had also used up more than half of its time, but there was still no end in sight. Outside, the astral winds were whistling, mixed with terrifying roars. This was what worried Yang Hongwu and Hong Xiao the most. If they were to be attacked by powerful beasts at this time, they would be in big trouble. In here, there was no chance to dodge. They could only meet force with force. There's a cave in front. Seeing that there was a cave in front of them, the two of them were overjoyed. They had already persevered for too long. If there was a cave in front of them, they could take a break and refine some talismans. There's fire. There's someone. Yang Hongwu took a deep breath. His eyes were filled with hope. If there was someone here, it would be great if it was Hua Wuiying and the others. Be careful. I'll go in front. Hong Xiao said to Yang Hongwu. I'll let Mao go and check it out first. Yang Hongwu said, all right, this was indeed a good idea. Mao had the ability to travel through the void. It was best to let Mao scout the way. The cat received Yang Hongwu's order. A hole appeared in front of it, and it immediately went in. After a dozen breaths, Mao returned to Yang Hongwu's side. Chapter 420. Hua Wuying's message. Gao Qingqing? Kitty, is what you said true? Yang Hongwu was overjoyed. If it was Gao Qingqing, then it would be great. He didn't need to worry about her being an enemy. At the very least, Gao Qingqing wouldn't be an enemy. This way, if they joined forces, their strength would be much stronger. Yes, let's speed up. Gao Qingqing and the others are in that cave. Yang Hongwu didn't know why Gao Qingqing was here, but it was definitely not a bad thing. If it's really Gao Qingqing, then we don't have to worry. Gao Qingqing had a saintly body, which was extremely powerful. Her current cultivation had probably reached the half-step deity realm. The two of them sped up. A few dozen breaths later, they arrived at the entrance of the cavern. Who are you? There was a formation set up in front of the cavern. As soon as they entered its perimeter, they triggered it and were noticed by Gao Qingqing. Is it Gao Qingqing? Hong Qiao Qiao asked. It's me, Hong Qiao Qiao. It's you, Sister Qiao Qiao. When Gao Qingqing heard Hong Qiao Qiao's voice, she was pleasantly surprised. She walked out and looked at Hong Qiao Qiao. Why are you here? Come in quickly. This is Yang Hongwu, Senior Sister Qingqing. You should remember me. Yang Hongwu looked at Gao Qingqing and said, Junior Brother Yang, your strength has reached the 5th level of the primordial spirit realm. Gao Qingqing was astonished when she saw Yang Hongwu. At that time, Yang Hongwu was still very weak. It had only been a while, but he had already reached the primordial spirit realm level 5 in the ancient domain. Such a cultivation speed was really amazing. It was an accident. Yang Hongwu said, Why is Senior Sister here? Who is this Senior Brother? Oh, look at me. I was so excited that I forgot that this is also the Senior Brother of the Tianyi Immortal Mansion. His name is Lin Ao, and his strength is no weaker than Sister Qiao Qiao's. Gao Qingqing said, This is Hong Qiao Qiao, the City Lord of Great Hong City. This is my Junior Brother Yang from ancient desolate continent's Tianyi Academy. Junior Brother Yang is a pill king. Hello, Senior Brother Lin. City Lord Hong, Junior Brother Yang, hello. Hearing Gao Qingqing's introduction that Yang Hongwu was actually an elixir king, he was shocked. Such a young elixir monarch with only a 5th level essence soul realm cultivation was too impressive. There was actually a huge threshold between a 7th grade alchemist and a 6th grade alchemist. Countless people were stuck outside this threshold. And how old was Yang Hongwu? He didn't seem to be more than 30 years old. At such a young age, he had already become a 7th grade alchemist and 7th grade pill king. That was too outstanding. He was definitely unprecedented in the ancient domain. Senior Sister Qingqing, that's right. These are your things. Elder Gao left them for you. He was killed while trying to save me. He wanted me to tell you that he let you down. Yang Hongwu thought of what Gao Zheng had left him before his death. Yang Hongwu took it out and handed it to Gao Qingqing. When Gao Qingqing saw her father's belongings, her eyes involuntarily reddened. Senior Sister, I'm sorry. No, it's not your fault. After a long time, Gao Qingqing wiped away her tears and said, I know my father's strength very well. In the ancient desolate continent, no one could kill him. He died because he knew that he didn't have much time left. That's right. Junior Brother, Sister Qiao Qiao, why are you here? Are you also here for the Hidden Lotus Realm? Gao Qingqing looked at Yang Hongwu and Hong Qiao Qiao and asked, No, I'm here to look for someone. Yang Hongwu shook his head and said, Who are you looking for? Gao Qingqing hurriedly said, Perhaps I can help you. Hua Wuying. Yang Hongwu took out Hua Wuying's portrait and handed it to Gao Qingqing. I wonder if Senior Sister has seen this before? She was my master in the ancient desolate continent and was of great help to me. If it wasn't for her, I'm afraid I would have died long ago. Hua Wuying? I've seen her before. Gao Qingqing hurriedly said, You've seen her before? Where? Yang Hongwu was extremely excited. If she had seen her before, that would be great. Finally, there was news. He had searched for so long, and it wasn't easy. When? With whom? At that time, she was with someone who looked very similar to her. Her aura was similar as well. However, her cultivation base was much weaker. Gao Qingqing said. Similar? What did she look like? When Yang Hongwu heard that there was a woman who looked very similar to Hua Wuying and was very strong, he was puzzled. Could she be someone from the Hua family? It's like this. Back then, I only caught a glimpse of her. Her speed was too fast, and she was much stronger than me. She was even stronger than Sister Qiao Qiao. Gao Qingqing said and used her true qi to create the appearance of that person. When Yang Hongwu saw that appearance, he was overjoyed. Are you sure? Yes. At that time, I thought that she was my master. Gao Qingqing said. That's great. So it's her. Yang Hongwu said. Junior brother, do you know her? Who is she? Gao Qingqing was also puzzled. She's your master's elder sister. Her name is Hua Qianxue. She's also from the Hua family. Yang Hongwu said. Your master was also from the Hua family in her previous life. No wonder when I saw them, they ignored me. I thought that my master didn't hear it. Gao Qingqing said. Where are they now? Yang Hongwu asked. They should have entered the Lotus Secret Realm. The difference in our strength is too great. That's why it took us so long to reach this place. If you want to enter the Lotus Secret Realm, you have to go through this path. This is only half of it. Gao Qingqing said. Yes, Junior Brother Yang. I'm really surprised that you could reach this place with your cultivation base. Junior Brother, do you have any tricks? Lin Ao looked at Yang Hongwu and asked. If there were any tricks or good methods to speed up the process, that would be great. If you want to speed up, it's possible. Yang Hongwu said. I can refine some talismans, but I need some materials. Yang Hongwu had some materials, but in this damned place, who would complain about having less materials? What if he encountered some special situation? So, the more talismans he had, the better. Refining talismans? Junior brother, you are also a talisman master? Gao Qingqing was even more shocked when she heard Yang Hongwu say that he wanted to refine some talismans. He was a 7th grade alchemist. That was already very powerful. In a younger generation of the ancient domain, there was no one who could compare with him. She didn't expect that he was also a talisman master. Wasn't that even more abnormal? Lin Ao didn't believe it. This kid, is he talking nonsense? Perhaps the so-called 7th grade alchemist was just a boast. At most, he was a 6th grade alchemist. Seeing Gao Qingqing like Yang Hongwu so much, Lin Ao felt very uncomfortable. Chapter 421. Wind-winged flying snake. Okay, let me see how good the talisman you made is. I have a lot of materials here. Lin Ao was not convinced. He took out a pile of materials and handed them to Yang Hongwu. Yang Hongwu looked at Lin Ao. This guy seemed to be jealous. Yang Hongwu looked at Gao Qingqing thoughtfully. So he was interested in her. Looking at the materials he took out, Yang Hongwu was very happy. So many materials. Rich guy, these materials are not simple. The worst one is the fur of a level 7 savage beast. Then I won't stand on ceremony. Yang Hongwu grabbed them and began to make talismans. Yang Hongwu was very fast. He was getting more and more familiar with the divine talisman technique. The key to making talismans was the talisman characters and the input of talisman power. However, the divine talisman technique could perfectly achieve this. Therefore, this was not a difficult task for Yang Hongwu at all. Looking at the pieces of beast skin in Yang Hongwu's hands, which were divided into talismans, Lin Ao's heart was bleeding. However, it was worth it to let Gao Qingqing see through this guy and not be fooled by him. But he did not know that Gao Qingqing and the other girls were looking at Yang Hongwu without blinking. Yang Hongwu's speed was getting faster and faster. Suddenly, they could not see how Yang Hongwu was doing it. Their cultivation was much faster than Yang Hongwu, but they could not understand. After all, they were not talisman masters. Even if they were, they might not be able to understand. But what was certain was that they could feel the powerful energy fluctuations in this space. Yang Hongwu made talismans one after another. All of them were wind-fixing talismans. The extra materials were kept in the space of the immortal pagoda by Yang Hongwu. They could only see the surface. The 9th heaven mysterious Een pagoda was so powerful that they could not see the materials kept in by Yang Hongwu. An hour passed. Yang Hongwu had made enough talismans. Okay, these are the talismans we need. Yang Hongwu said. What talisman is this? Is it useful? Although Lin Ao was certain that this kid was indeed a talisman master and a very powerful one at that, he still hoped that this guy's talisman could not be used. As for Gao Qingqing, she was already full of admiration for Yang Hongwu. Her father Gao Zheng's eyesight was really good. This junior brother was Yang Hongwu, was Yang Hongwu. Yang Hongwu was Yang Hongwu was Yang Hongwu, was Yang Hongwu, was Yang Hongwu talisman master. There were many geniuses in the ancient region, but in front of Yang Hongwu, they were all overshadowed. Wind fixing Yang Hongwu. Was it Yang Hongwu? Well, let's go. These talismans can increase our speed a lot. We don't need to worry about the attack of the astral wind from the abyss. After Yang Hongwu distributed the talismans, he walked out first and used the wind-freezing talisman. It really works. Our speed will be a lot faster this way. Gao Qingqing tried it and was overjoyed. This way, her speed was at least 3 times faster than before. Moreover, the most important thing was that she could reduce her energy consumption. Otherwise, although she could move forward using the previous method, it would consume a lot of energy. After such a long distance, she would have to stop and rest. If there was no such cave, it would be very troublesome. The 4 of them started moving again. Yang Hongwu walked at the very front. He was the strongest, so he naturally had to clear the way. Moreover, his pride didn't allow him to stay behind. If he let Yang Hongwu clear the way, then Gao Qingqing would look down on him. Therefore, Lin Ao was in the front. Yang Hongwu and Gao Qingqing were in the middle. Hong Qiao was in the back. Yang Hongwu did not care about this arrangement. In fact, Yang Hongwu had Mao Er's help. He could see further, and Mao Er could inform Yang Hongwu of any situation. The only thing that made Yang Hongwu a little depressed was that Ing Xiaorui was still in a deep sleep. Ing Xiaorui had devoured too much energy and had not digested it yet. Once the energy was consumed, Ing Xiaorui's cultivation would increase by another level. In that case, Yang Hongwu's battle power would naturally increase. After walking for about 2 hours, they had covered more than half of the distance. There's trouble. Yang Hongwu suddenly became very serious. Everyone get ready. Trouble is coming. Trouble? What trouble? Gao Qingqing asked. Junior brother Yang, have you found anything? There are wind-winged flying snakes. Yang Hongwu said. There are many of them. We have to find a place to hide. It's best to make a cave here and hide. What wind-winged flying snakes? Nonsense. I didn't find anything. At that moment, Lin Ao was a little displeased. He shouted, Junior sister, don't listen to his nonsense. His cultivation is only at the 5th level essence spirit realm. I walked in front and explored the area clearly. There's nothing up ahead. There's no need to worry. Lin Ao was infuriated by Yang Hongwu's words. He had scouted ahead and found nothing. Yet, Yang Hongwu said there was danger. If there were really wind-winged flying snakes, how could he have not discovered them when he was in front? Lin Ao was only at the 5th level essence spirit realm. If he discovered them behind, wouldn't that show how incompetent he was? This bastard was even jealous. Yang Hongwu did not care so much. If he wanted to court death because of jealousy, he could go ahead. Yang Hongwu ignored his rude tone. He said to Gao Qingqing, Senior sister Qingqing, do you want to listen to me? If you want to continue forward, fine. However, we'll have to split up. At this moment, Qiao and I will not continue forward. With that said, Yang Hongwu got Hong Qiao to dig a cave. Hong Qiao was very clear about Yang Hongwu. What he said basically wouldn't be wrong. This was because Hong Qiao knew that Yang Hongwu had a chinchilla, the delusion chinchilla. It could see very far. If he said there were wind-winged flying snakes, then there were. Qingqing, listen to Hongwu. There should be wind-winged flying snakes coming. If we continue forward, it will be very dangerous. Hong Qiao said. Gao Qingqing had her doubts at first. However, after hearing Hong Qiao's tone, she nodded. After all, there was no problem with taking a break. At most, it would be a delay. All right, senior brother Lin, then let's take a break. Regardless of whether there are wind-winged flying snakes or not, taking a break won't be a problem. Gao Qingqing was a smart woman. She knew what Lin Ao was thinking. However, she did not have any feelings for this senior brother of hers. She only allowed him to follow her because of the dean. Chapter 422. Asking for trouble. If you don't believe me, you can leave on your own. Yang Hongwu was annoyed. No one is stopping you. You. Yang Hongwu, what do you mean by this? Let's go. Junior's sister Qingqing. Let's go. They can do whatever they want. Lin Ao was furious, especially when he saw Yang Hongwu and Gao Qingqing standing so close to each other and acting so intimately. He was so jealous that he forgot about everything else. Senior brother. Junior sister Qingqing, would you rather believe a 5th-level primordial spirit realm brat than me? Lin Ao shouted. If you want to die, get away from here. Yang Hongwu's face changed when he heard Lin Ao shouting. This bastard, where is this place? This is the Great Snow Mountain. There are many dangers here. There are many powerful savage beasts and ferocious beasts everywhere. If he shouted like that, it would easily attract the attention of the powerful savage beasts and ferocious beasts from afar. Once they were provoked, it would be troublesome. Senior brother, how can you be like this? Gao Qingqing was also angry. This senior brother was too much. Yang Hongwu, I'm going to kill you. Lin Ao, who was extremely angry, finally exploded when he saw Yang Hongwu talking to him like that, and Gao Qingqing defending him. He clenched his fist and punched at Yang Hongwu. This punch was filled with anger. Gao Qingqing and Hong Xiaoqiao's faces changed drastically. Senior brother, stop. Yang Hongwu, watch out. The two girls attacked at the same time. Hong Xiaoqiao's long sword and Gao Qingqing's palm hit Lin Ao's fist at the same time. The three forces collided. Although Lin Ao was strong, he was definitely not a match for Gao Qingqing and Hong Xiaoqiao. Pung! With a muffled sound, Lin Ao was sent flying. Gao Qingqing and Hong Xiaoqiao also took a few steps back and entered the cave. Yang Hongwu took a deep breath. His eyes were filled with anger and killing intent. This bastard attacked him in this place and wanted to kill him. This Lin Ao was too hateful. However, he was not strong enough to kill Lin Ao. Although Lin Ao was weaker than Fangge and Snow Fiend, he was not someone Yang Hongwu could compare with. Senior brother, what are you doing? Do you want to kill junior brother Yang? Gao Qingqing also became angry and shouted loudly. If you want to leave, leave by yourself. Gao Qingqing, you actually dare to speak to me like this for an outsider. I've been so good to you and have always protected you. Yet, you treat me like this for an outsider. Good, very good. Gao Qingqing, you're truly very good. Lin Ao was so angry that he shouted loudly. I'll leave. With that, Lin Ao turned around and walked forward. Although he hated Yang Hongwu to the bone and wanted to kill him, he knew that with Gao Qingqing and Hong Xiaoqiao protecting him, it was absolutely impossible for him to kill him. After Lin Ao left, Gao Qingqing opened her mouth but didn't say anything in the end. Although Gao Qingqing didn't like Lin Ao's pestering, he had helped her so much after all. He had always been protecting her and was afraid that she would be hurt or wronged. However, she didn't have any feelings for him at all. Seeing him leave, she sighed in her heart. Senior sister Qingqing, don't worry. His strength is not bad. You should be fine. Although the wind-winged flying snake is powerful, with his strength, it won't be too difficult for him to escape. Yang Hongwu comforted her. I'm fine. Junior brother, you and sister Xiaoqiao going first. I'll set up a formation. Gao Qingqing was also an array master. Although she had not reached the level of a 7th grade array master, she was already a 6th grade array master. She had a set of skills to set up a formation. For the formation, it's better to use my formation disc. Yang Hongwu took out the formation disc of the Big Dipper Thunder Transformation Formation. The level of the formation disc was not ordinary. Now that Yang Hongwu's strength had increased to Primordial Spirit Realm Level 5, his array Dao had naturally improved. The power of the formation that he set up was definitely not the same as before. Now that the formation disc of the Big Dipper Thunder Transformation Formation was set up, its power could definitely withstand all level 7 savage beasts. As for level 8 savage beasts, it could also withstand them for a period of time. This is a thunder formation. Gao Qingqing was an array master. When she saw the formation disc that Yang Hongwu took out, she naturally recognized it and was very shocked. A thunder formation was the most difficult formation to set up. The formation disk of a thunder formation was extremely rare. Such a formation disk was definitely priceless. Yes, I obtained it by accident. As Yang Hongwu said, he began to set it up. The formation disk released a beam of light that landed at the entrance of the cave. Pieces of spiritual stones flew out, and Yang Hongwu struck out a series of handprints. Gao Qingqing saw Yang Hongwu's movements and was once again shocked. Such a technique was very skilled and fast, without a trace of mistake. It was better than her. This was definitely not something that an ordinary array master could do. His array Dao level was higher than hers. How could it be? Gao Qingqing almost suspected that she was dreaming. Yang Hongwu was not only a level 7 alchemist and a powerful talisman master, but he was also an array master. Moreover, his level was higher than hers. What was a genius? This was a real genius, a monstrous genius. All-round monstrous genius. Alchemy, talisman, array Dao, everything. Junior brother, is there anything you don't know? After seeing that Yang Hongwu had set up the formation, Gao Qingqing opened her mouth and asked, I don't know how to have children. Yang Hongwu said in a serious tone, Hee, if you want to have children, there seems to be a way. There is a cultivation method that can let you directly become a woman, and you can also have children. At this time, Hong Qiao said. When Yang Hongwu heard this, he almost choked. There is also a transgender cultivation method. He was not Dongfang Bubi. Seeing Yang Hongwu like this, the two women laughed. Even if there is, I won't practice it. Yang Hongwu rolled his eyes. If he really wanted to practice such a cultivation method, he might as well kill himself. By the way, junior brother, you use these spirit stones to set up the formation. At this time, Gao Qingqing took out some spirit stones and handed them to Yang Hongwu. Tycoon, looking at the spirit stones that Gao Qingqing handed over, Yang Hongwu took a deep breath. These were spirit stones, which were a grade higher than spirit stones. He didn't have many of them, but Gao Qingqing gave him dozens of them. Yang Hongwu also nodded. The effect of using spirit stones was much better than using spirit stones. With the addition of spirit stones, the formation became even more powerful. And at this time, Lin Ao walked forward. Before he walked far, his face changed greatly because a group of wind-winged flying snakes appeared in front of him. It was true. Yang Hongwu, that little bastard, was actually telling the truth. These were wind-winged flying snakes. Chapter 423. Resentment, damn beast. How dare you go against me? Kill. I'm going to kill you all. Lin Ao was infuriated. The sword in his hand danced crazily. Sword chi swept out, covering the entire area with terrifying sword chi. However, the wind-winged flying snakes were not easy to deal with. Moreover, there were so many of them. Infuriated by Lin Ao, countless wind-winged flying snakes attacked him crazily. The terrifying wind-winged flying snakes locked onto Lin Ao like a dense rain of arrows. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. All of them attacked Lin Ao. After killing dozens of wind-winged flying snakes, Lin Ao came to his senses. He finally realized that he was in an extremely dangerous situation. Regret. At this moment, he finally regretted. Why was he jealous? Why did he not listen to Yang Hongwu? If he had stayed, this would not have happened. However, he still had a chance. Lin Ao turned around and walked towards Yang Hongwu's group. He continuously blocked the attacks of the wind-winged flying snakes while retreating. Even if I have to die, I'll drag you all down with me. Lin Ao's face was torn open by a wind-winged flying snake. Blood flowed down his cheeks. Instantly, Lin Ao went crazy. Hatred towards Yang Hongwu's group grew in his heart. He no longer had a shred of remorse. If it were not for Yang Hongwu's group, he would not have fallen out with Gao Qingqing. And that bitch Gao Qingqing. He had done so much for her, but she still did not accept him. Lin Ao had gone crazy. He moved faster and faster, killing the wind-winged flying snakes one after another. Not long after, he saw the cave Yang Hongwu's group were in. Array? There was an array? A huge lightning array appeared in front of him. This lightning array was extraordinary. Gao Qingqing. Lin Ao was even more furious. Only Gao Qingqing was an array master. How could she have set up such a powerful array? Open the array formation. Open the array formation. Lin Ao shouted. If he could enter the array, he could survive. After I survive, I'll deal with Gao Qingqing and the others, Lin Ao thought. At this time, Gao Qingqing also saw Lin Ao. Seeing him cry for help, Gao Qingqing said to Yang Hongwu, "Senior brother Lin is back. Junior brother Yang, quickly open the spirit array." Yang Hongwu shook his head and said, "No, I can't open the array formation at this time. Once I open it, we will die." What kind of joke was this? This guy wanted to kill him before, so why would he take such a huge risk to open you up? Yang Hongwu already knew from the cat that there was a terrifying wind-winged flying snake behind him. The strength of this wind-winged flying snake was already at the peak of the 8th level. The wind-winged flying serpent at the peak of the 8th level was extremely powerful. It was definitely not something they could withstand. Once the formation was opened, they would all die without a burial ground. Junior brother, you should open the array formation. After all, he is a student of the Tianyi Immortal Mansion. We are all from the same sect, Gao Qingqing said to Yang Hongwu. You can't open it. Once you open it, we will all be finished. There's a wind-winged flying snake outside. Once it finds a weakness and enters the array formation, we won't be able to resist. Yang Hongwu pointed outside. Within the huge black cloud, there were countless wind-winged flying snakes. Among them, there was a Pinnacle Class 8 wind-winged flying snake. Junior brother Yang, are you joking with me? Gao Qingqing was stunned. How can a wind-winged flying snake be so powerful? A wind-winged flying snake alone wasn't terrifying. Even a Snake King couldn't reach the peak of the 8th level. At most, it was a mid-level 8th level savage beast. Gao Qingqing didn't believe Yang Hongwu's words at all. She thought he was still blaming Lin Ao for wanting to kill him. Junior brother, let him in. Although he wanted to kill you before, he didn't succeed, did he? With the current situation, one more person is one more helper. When facing the savage beast behind, we can take care of each other, Gao Qingqing said. Hearing this, Yang Hongwu smiled bitterly. She was still doubting him. Senior sister Qingqing, I'm telling the truth. As soon as he said that, the dense black clouds opened up. A huge wind-winged flying snake with horns on its head flew towards Yang Hongwu and Lin Ao. Its speed was astonishing. In less than a breath, it appeared in front of them. Was this the speed of a true peak 8th level wind-winged flying snake? It was too terrifying. The wind-winged flying snake opened its mouth, revealing 2 long fangs that were as sharp as daggers. Its claws were also very terrifying. Ordinary heaven artifacts were nothing in front of its terrifying claws. Seeing the wind-winged flying snake coming for revenge, Lin Ao was very nervous. Death. He was afraid of death. However, at this moment, fear was meaningless. He had to fight for time. If he could enter the array, he would be saved. Sort of profound meaning, kill. Just as Lin Ao saw that he was about to be killed by the gale-winged flying snake, he exploded and a terrifying amount of energy entered his body. Holding the sword in his hand, he unleashed a powerful force and stabbed it out. The terrifying sword chi seemed to be able to sever mountains and rivers. This powerful sword light collided with a wind-winged flying snake. Boom! With a loud sound, a terrifying force exploded. Some of the weaker, wind-winged flying snakes in the surroundings were killed or injured by this terrifying force. Lin Ao's body was like a kite with a broken string. He was sent flying, and the sword in his hand fell out of his hand. The wind-winged flying snake roared in anger. It was actually injured by a puny human. After becoming a ruler for so many years, he had never met a worthy opponent and had never been injured. He did not expect to be injured by a weak human this time. The furious wind-winged flying serpent emperor turned into a bolt of lightning and appeared behind Lin Ao with a swoosh. Lin Ao was already seriously injured. Seeing the wind-winged flying snake that was about to reach him, he had never felt that death was so close to him. Open the array. Open the array. Gao Qingqing, do you want to watch me die? If I die, you won't have it easy either. My uncle won't let you go. Lin Ao despaired when he saw that the formation showed no signs of opening. The Windwing Serpent was just too powerful. His most powerful strike had only managed to injure the Windwing Serpent slightly. On the other hand, he was seriously injured and no longer had the strength to continue fighting. Chapter 424. Great Danger Rip. The sharp claws of the Windwing Flying Serpent Emperor tore Lin Ao's body apart. Blood splattered everywhere, dyeing the ground red. Lin Ao's eyes widened. He was still breathing. Gao Qingqing, I curse you. I curse you to die a horrible death. As soon as he finished speaking, the Windwing Flying Serpent Emperor opened its mouth and swallowed him whole. Senior brother Lin, he's dead. Gao Qingqing was shocked to see Lin Ao being swallowed alive by the Windwing Flying Serpent Emperor. Powerful, too powerful. Such a powerful Windwing Flying Serpent Emperor and so many of its offspring. This made Yang Hongwu and the other two feel fear. After swallowing Lin Ao, the Windwing Flying Serpent Emperor had no intention of leaving. It also saw the Big Dipper lightning formation that Yang Hongwu had set up. What a beast! Was it still not satisfied? Yang Hongwu was also worried. Was this beast planning to kill them all in one fell swoop? Hiss! The Windwing Flying Serpent Emperor hissed. The other Windwing Flying Serpents began to charge at the formation, one after another. Once they entered the formation, they were killed by the terrifying lightning. Numerous Windwing Flying Serpents charged in, and dozens of them died in the blink of an eye. But the Windwing Flying Serpents showed no fear. They continued to charge at the formation. What do we do? When Gao Qingqing saw this, she was dumbfounded. She had been frightened by the Windwing Flying Snake Emperor's terrifying strength and bloody methods. Although Gao Qingqing was a genius, she had never gone out for real combat. She had never encountered such a terrifying battle. She was like a flower in a greenhouse. She had never been exposed to the elements. As a result, her endurance was far inferior to Yang Hongwu and Hong Qiaoqiao's. Gao Qingqing had always been protected by many people when she went out for training. But this time was an exception. Don't worry, they won't be able to break in for a while, Yang Hongwu said after taking a deep breath. Although the Windwing Flying Snake was powerful, the Big Dipper Lightning Transmutation Array was also very powerful. Adding the fact that it used spirit stones, it was even more powerful. If the Windwing Flying Snake wanted to break through the array, it would need at least 12 hours, which was half a day. We can't go on like this. We need to think of a way to deal with this beast. Otherwise, once the array formation is broken, we won't be able to escape. Hong Qiaoqiao's face was also very serious. By the way, don't you have a chinchilla? Can you ask it to call for help? Hong Qiaoqiao suddenly said, Bai Ran. With her strength, she should be able to deal with this wind-winged flying snake. Yang Hongwu shook his head and smiled bitterly. There's not enough time, and Bai Ran can't come out either. Because she's in the depths of the ancient desolate abyss, it's impossible for her to come out. Moreover, even if she's not in the depths of the ancient desolate abyss, she's still in the 9-layer ancient domain. The time lock won't be able to make it in time. According to this situation, the formation won't be able to last until reinforcements arrive. We can find the Tianyi Immortal Mansion, Gao Qingqing said. Kacha. Yang Hongwu was about to answer when he heard the sound of the formation shattering. Yang Hongwu and the other two's faces changed. There was no time. The formation was actually shattered. Yang Hongwu looked and saw that it wasn't the wind-winged flying snake that broke the formation, but from the depths of the mountain. There was a terrifying beast in the depths of the mountain. It was a beast that looked like a pangolin. Back off! Hong Qiaoqiao shouted. This is the King Kong pangolin. Its body is as hard as steel, and its defense is very terrifying. Its mouth and claws are also very terrifying. It can easily tear apart formations and destroy weapons. The King Kong pangolin's strength was equivalent to the peak of the 8th level. Even a 4th-step deity expert would die under its sharp claws. There's a wolf in front and a tiger behind. This is going to be troublesome. Yang Hongwu smiled bitterly. It seems like we won't be able to escape this time. Even if we ask for reinforcements from the Tiani Immortal Mansion, they won't be able to arrive in such a short time. We can't stop them. Remove the formation and let the King Kong pangolin and the wind-winged flying snake fight, Hong Xiao said to Yang Hongwu. Is that okay? Yang Hongwu was doubtful. The formation only had a small crack, so it could still hold on for some time. However, if the formation was open now, it would be too dangerous. Yang Hongwu was very worried about this. Do you have any other ideas? Hong Xiao asked. This might be a chance. All right. Yang Hongwu nodded. I have a teleportation talisman, but once I use it, I don't know where I'll be teleported to. I'm also not sure if I can teleport here. It was too dangerous in this snowy mountain. There were powerful beasts and savage beasts everywhere. If they were teleported into a group of savage beasts or a nest of savage beasts, it would be troublesome. Why didn't you say that you have a teleportation talisman? No matter where we're teleported to, it can't be more dangerous than it is now, right? Hong Xiao rolled her eyes. In the next moment, Yang Hongwu removed the formation. Without the protection of the formation, the wind-winged flying snake and the King Kong pangolin rushed over. Yang Hongwu grabbed the hands of the two girls and crushed the talisman, activating the teleportation. The power of space enveloped the three of them, emitting a white light. When Yang Hongwu and the two girls came out of the space, they appeared in another place. However, the situation before them made Yang Hongwu feel a little hopeless. Damn it, they were teleported. However, the three of them are now on a small island surrounded by a hot lake. This was a warm lake in the snowy mountain. This was a small island in the middle of the lake. And in the warm lake, there were countless savage beasts. You're a jinx. Hong Xiao and Gao Qingqing looked at the densely packed crabs. These weren't ordinary crabs, but savage crabs. These crabs were an ancient variant savage beast. Their combat strength was terrifying. Although they weren't big, they were all level 7 savage beasts. Their numbers were shocking. Looking at the densely packed crabs that were beginning to crawl in the lake, Yang Hongwu and Gao Qingqing felt their backs go numb. Talisman, quickly use your talisman and continue moving. Gao Qingqing shouted. There's no more talisman. Yang Hongwu shook his head and said, teleportation talisman. He had only refined one talisman that could teleport here. He didn't have any left. We're dead now. The crabs had already launched their attacks. Hong Xiao and Gao Qingqing kept killing the crabs that were charging at them. One by one, they had already killed countless of them. The water of the lake was starting to turn red. Chapter 425. The Immortal Pagoda appears again. What surprised Yang Hongwu even more was that he couldn't even use the battle spirit possession here. The talismans also seemed to have lost their effect. He took out a bunch of talismans, but they were all useless. Oh no, I can't use talismans, Yang Hongwu said. Damn it, am I going to die here? I haven't taken my revenge, and I'm going to die here. I can't accept this. Hong Xiao cried bitterly. I haven't killed that bastard Fong Ge to avenge Master and Big Senior Brother. I can't accept this. Immortal Pagoda, use the Immortal Pagoda. A voice came into Yang Hongwu's ears from the depths of Yang Hongwu's divine abode. Luli, you mean the Immortal Pagoda? You mean the Immortal Pagoda can deal with these crabs? Yes, big brother. Luli nodded. Luli's voice made Yang Hongwu overjoyed. He didn't expect that Luli would wake up at this critical moment. Yang Hongwu basically didn't have much expectation for these big shots in his divine abode. Even Nini, who liked to talk the most, was busy cultivating. Not to mention Sherbauer. Nini, Sherbauer, and Luli were all ancient and powerful creatures. Once they entered a state of cultivation, it would take them a long time to wake up. Therefore, under normal circumstances, Yang Hongwu didn't expect them to come out and help him fight the enemy. This time, Luli woke up in time. But if I use the Immortal Pagoda, won't it be exposed? Yang Hongwu suspected that his ninth heaven mysterious Een Pagoda wasn't just an immortal tool, but might even be an emperor tool. But saving my life is more important now. My strength hasn't reached that level yet. Otherwise, I could help Big Brother. Luli said. Okay. Yang Hongwu had no choice. In order to save his life, he had no choice but to expose the Immortal Pagoda. Get out of the way. Yang Hongwu looked at the two women and said, I have a way to deal with these beasts. With that, Yang Hongwu waved his hand, and a huge immortal pagoda flew out from the divine dwellings. With a loud bang, the huge immortal pagoda fell into the lake. Water splashed everywhere, and then a door opened in the huge immortal tower. This door formed a terrifying whirlpool. This terrifying whirlpool produced a powerful suction force that frantically sucked in the crabs. Gao Qingqing and Hong Xiaoqiao were dumbfounded. What kind of pagoda was this? It was so powerful that it was able to swallow all the murderous crabs. It was a bit too powerful. In just a few dozen breaths, more than half of the crabs had been swallowed. Yang Hongwu also consumed a lot of energy. The immortal pagoda turned into a beam of light and flew back into Yang Hongwu's forehead. At this time, there were no longer any major threats in the lake. Many of those terrifying crabs had been swallowed by the immortal pagoda, while the rest had fled. It's the aura of the immortal pagoda. In an ancient house, an expert opened his eyes. In the Tianyi divine dwellings, it appeared again. Find it, we must find it. Tai Xianfu, we must obtain the immortal pagoda. It finally appeared again. We can't let the immortal pagoda fall into the hands of the devil sect. As long as we obtain the immortal pagoda, the rise of our devil sect will be just around the corner. In the ancient domain, many experts felt the aura of the immortal pagoda. They were like cats that smelled fish, and all of their subordinates were mobilized. It's in the direction of the Great Snow Mountain. The immortal pagoda is most likely in the Great Snow Mountain. No matter how dangerous it is, we must go. In an instant, countless people rushed in the direction of the Great Snow Mountain. For those old antiques, emperor weapons were indeed attractive, but in reality, they were far less attractive than the immortal pagoda. The immortal pagoda was more attractive than emperor weapons. It was rumored that there were supreme treasures and shocking secrets in the immortal pagoda. Once they obtained this secret, they could directly become a great emperor. This was enough to prove that the immortal pagoda was more valuable than emperor weapons. That was why they were so concerned about the immortal pagoda. In the Great Snow Mountain, the experts of the younger generation all received messages from their clans. The Hua clan, Zhang clan, Qi clan, Sky Dragon sect, 100 Flower sect, the 4 great immortal mansions, and so on were searching for the Lotus Mystic Realm and emperor weapons in the Great Snow Mountain. They were all instructed by their clan's ancestors to find the immortal pagoda. Yang Hongwu knew that this time they were in big trouble. He had a premonition that this time he would face countless enemies. Junior brother Yang, what kind of pagoda is this? Wouldn't it have been better if you took it out earlier? Gao Qingqing complained. If we had this immortal pagoda, we wouldn't have needed to be afraid of the wind-winged flying snake. Now, we don't even know where this place is. How are we going to find the original path? Yang Hongwu smiled bitterly. I can't control this immortal pagoda. I've only used it once, and I'm already exhausted. I'm not strong enough. Every time I use this immortal pagoda, it causes great damage. Hong Xiaoqiao looked at Yang Hongwu. She knew about this immortal pagoda, but she had not expected Yang Hongwu to have obtained something like this. Yang Hongwu, you must not take out this immortal pagoda next time, Hong Xiaoqiao said. You know? Yang Hongwu looked at Hong Xiaoqiao in surprise. I don't have a choice either. In fact, Yang Hongwu's cultivation base had broken through to the primordial spirit realm, and he could use the immortal pagoda to fight. But this time, he had no choice at all. While the immortal pagoda was strong, if he did not summon it, there was no way he could deal with the murderous crabs in the lake. What Yang Hongwu did not expect was that the situation was so serious that even Hong Xiaoqiao knew about his immortal pagoda. She even warned him not to expose it. The secret of this immortal pagoda seemed to be beyond his imagination. It had been a long time since Yang Hongwu had entered the immortal pagoda. By now, he should have sufficient strength to open up the 2nd level of the immortal pagoda, or even the 3rd level. According to the records in the ancient books, this immortal pagoda is something that even those old antiques who were at the pinnacle of the god state would fight over. Even great emperors could not resist its allure. Rumor has it that this immortal pagoda contains the secret of the birth of the entire universe. Now that you have leaked out the aura of the immortal pagoda, you have already attracted the attention of those horrifying, powerful beings. Hong Xiao said, Great emperors? You are saying that even great emperors have their eyes on my immortal pagoda? Yang Hongwu's eyes widened. He had seen great emperors before. The Morning Soul Emperor, the Talisman Emperor, and the Heavenly One Emperor were all terrifyingly strong. They should know about the immortal pagoda in his immortal dwellings. If they truly wanted his immortal pagoda, they could easily get it from him. It's just a rumor. I've never seen any great emperors before. Hong Xiao said, Whether or not that's the case, I don't know. I've seen great emperors before. Yang Hongwu said, More than one. None of them wanted my immortal pagoda. Chapter 426. Hua Wuxia again, forget it. Let's not talk about this anymore. As for the reason, I'm still weak now. Perhaps I'll know when I'm stronger in the future. Yang Hongwu did not place this matter in his eyes. After all, there was no point in worrying about it now. He might as well cultivate properly and wait until he was strong enough. Only then would he have the qualifications to talk about other things. If he was strong enough, he could even fight against great emperors. What was there to be afraid of? So what if he had the immortal pagoda? If they dared to come and snatch it, he would kill them all. Do as you wish. However, you must not expose the immortal pagoda. Hong Xiao reminded him again. I know. Yang Hongwu nodded. You don't have to worry about this. Are we leaving now? No. Wait until Yang Hongwu recovers. Hong Xiao said. Using the immortal pagoda had consumed a lot of Yang Hongwu's energy. Therefore, even though the warm lake had been cleared and they could leave, Yang Hongwu still wanted to wait until he recovered before looking for the immortal pagoda. Damn it, how could this be? Fang Ge felt that Yang Hongwu and Hong Xiao's aura had suddenly changed, causing him to be furious. What's wrong with you? Master Snow Devil asked. Our speed is very fast. We should be able to catch up to them soon. Catch up? We can't catch up to them anymore. Fang Ge was furious. Just now, their position changed. They're no longer where they were originally. They've teleported far away in an instant. Teleportation array? Could it be that they've already found the Lotus Secret Realm? Master Snow Devil was not angry. Instead, he was pleasantly surprised. Hearing Master Snow Devil's words, Fang Ge immediately understood. You're saying that they've entered the Lotus Secret Realm through the teleportation array? Only in such a situation would they be able to teleport so far away in an instant. Master Snow Devil said, This time, if you and I can obtain the treasures in the Lotus Secret Realm, our strength will increase tremendously. At that time, wouldn't we be the ones who call the shots in the entire ancient region? All right, let's hurry up. We have to increase our speed and enter the Lotus Secret Realm. Fang Ge urged. After Yang Hongwu recovered his cultivation, he continued to move forward with the two women. It's over there. Yang Hongwu pointed to a mountain peak in the distance. The lotus is over there. Yes, it's there. My map also points to this location. Gao Qingqing nodded. We've finally reached our destination. Hong Xiao's face revealed a joyous expression. After going through so many difficulties, she had finally arrived before the Lotus Secret Realm. We'll be right there. Yang Hongwu sped up, thinking that he would be able to see Hua Wuying and the others soon. He felt a little excited. Big brother, there are a lot of people over there. They're all very powerful. Mauer said at this time. How many people? Yang Hongwu was overjoyed when he saw that the cat had woken up again. With the help of the cat, it was much safer. She could clearly see what kind of enemies there were and how strong they were. There are dozens of people. The strongest one is even stronger than the two bastards who were chasing after Big Brother. Mauer said. The moment Yang Hongwu heard this, he frowned. This was a little troublesome. The strongest one was even stronger than the Snow Demon and Fang Ge. Did you find Hua Wuying and the others? Yang Hongwu asked again. The main reason he was here this time around was to look for people. If there was no news of Hua Wuying and the others, there would be no meaning to it. Not yet. Mauer said, Is there really nothing? The moment Yang Hongwu heard this, he was disappointed. However, Gao Qingqing had said that she had met Hua Wuying and Hua Qianxue. However, they were not here now. Could they have gone the wrong way? Or had they entered the secret realm? Even though Mao Er's delusion breaker I was strong, there were some powerful secret realms that she could not see through. If they had entered the secret realm, Mao would not be able to tell it all. No, but I saw an enemy of Big Brother's. Mao said, an enemy of mine? Who? Hua Wuxia. Mao said, that fella? Yang Hongwu recalled that when he was in the ancient Desolation Continent, he had met one of Hua Wuxia's primordial spirit doppelgangers. That fella had descended to the world to look for news of the refining sage Lotus ancestral seal. How strong is he? Yang Hongwu asked. In the ancient region, he did not know many people. However, he had many enemies. Hua Wuxia was one of them. There is also the old man from the Qi family, Qi Tian, and the Zi Tian family. Furthermore, he had once killed Zhang Zhuyang. Zhang Zhuyang was also a disciple of the Zhang family, one of the top 10 families in the ancient region. If this news were to be exposed, there would be many people who would want to cause trouble for him. His strength has already reached the pinnacle of primordial spirit, realm level 10. There is still a big gap between Big Brother and him. Mao said, just primordial spirit, realm level 10. Yang Hongwu smiled and didn't take him seriously. If he was only at the 10th level of the essence spirit realm, he could kill him even without the battle spirit possession. However, Big Brother, there's a mysterious black-robed old man beside that fella. I can't see through him. Mao said. When Yang Hongwu heard this, his face sank. If even Mao could not see through the black-robed old man's strength, then this mysterious black-robed old man must be a true expert. The situation was much more complicated than he thought. Could it be that the old man had already reached the God Realm? The only people that Mao could not see through were God Realm experts. One could imagine how powerful a God Realm expert was. Even if he were to join forces with Hong Qiao and Gao Qingqing, they would still be far from being a match for him. However, he had to go as well. There are many experts there. Various forces are gathering there. Yang Hongwu said, the situation is more complicated than we thought. We have to be mentally prepared. Are there any people from the Tianyi Immortal Mansion? Gao Qingqing asked. I don't know. Yang Hongwu shook his head and said, I don't know any disciples from the Tianyi Immortal Mansion, so I don't know if there are any people from the Tianyi Immortal Mansion. However, under normal circumstances, the 4 major immortal mansions wouldn't be lacking in such matters. I heard from my master that Senior Brother Long Yun from the Tianyi Immortal Mansion is already here. Senior Brother Long Yun is very powerful. He could be ranked in the top 10 in the entire ancient domain. If he is here, you don't have to worry about Fanggu and that snow demon immortal. Gao Qingqing said, we'll see. Yang Hongwu never placed his hopes on others. It was better to rely on oneself than on others. The 3 of them walked to the bottom of the mountain. A huge, ancient bronze gate appeared in front of them. There were many people gathered in front of the gate. Yang Hongwu knew Hua Wuxia. However, Zi Wangjian and Zi Tian did not come, which surprised Yang Hongwu. Chapter 427. Map. Someone else is here. They have a map. There's even a level 5 primordial spirit realm brat. As soon as Yang Hongwu and the others appeared, everyone's attention was focused on them. No, they have 2 maps, someone said. Yes, there are 2. I can feel it. Wan Fong walked up and looked at Yang Hongwu and the others. He said coldly, you don't deserve 2 maps. Hand them over. Wan Fong was a disciple of the Sea God Immortal Mansion. He was one of the most outstanding saints among the younger generation of the Sea God Institute. His strength had reached level 4 Divine Realm. Among the younger generation present, no one was stronger than him. Therefore, as soon as he spoke, the others fell silent. Who are you? Do you think I'll hand it over just because you asked me to? What a joke. Yang Hongwu looked at Wan Fong and said loudly, these people wanted the map before he appeared. The map must be very important. Therefore, Yang Hongwu would not be stupid enough to hand it over. However, this made Hong Qiao very worried. Although Hong Qiao had made a breakthrough, she was only at the 2nd step Divine Realm, which was much weaker than Wan Fong, who was at the 4th step Divine Realm. As for Gao Qingqing, she was only at the first step divine realm. Even if the three of them combined their strength, they would not be a match for Wan Fong. A mere primordial spirit, realm, martial artist dares to be so arrogant. Wan Fong's eyes flashed coldly. Are you provoking me? Yang Hongwu frowned as he felt his killing intent. Trouble, this time it was really troublesome. However, would he have to use the transfer talisman again? After using up the transfer talisman last time, Yang Hongwu specially refined one in the warm lake. He was worried that he would encounter a strong enemy and use the talisman to escape. Senior Brother Long Yun, Senior Brother Long Yun, we are the disciples of the Tianyi Immortal Mansion. At this time, Gao Qingqing saw a group of people in the distance and shouted. Among the group of people, there was a person in a white robe with a golden dragon embroidered on the corner. He was walking at the front. That person heard Gao Qingqing's voice and turned around. You are junior sister Gao Qingqing? Long Yun saw that it was Gao Qingqing and walked over. Why are you here? I came with senior apprentice brother Lin Ao, but he died under the combined attacks of the Windwing Serpents. Gao Qingqing said, This is Yang Hongwu, a disciple of the Lower Realms Tianyi Academy. This is Hong Qiao from the Great Flood City. Yang Hongwu, you're that young Dan King from the Lower Realms? Long Yun was extremely surprised when he heard Gao Qingqing's introduction. He didn't expect Yang Hongwu to be so young. A young Dan King from the lower world was an existence that many forces wanted a rope in. Even in ancient domain, a Dan King status was extremely high. In the Tianyi Immortal Abode, there were not many elixir kings. What's more, he was such a young pill king. He was definitely the first in history. Therefore, when he heard Yang Hongwu's name, Long Yun showed great enthusiasm. Junior apprentice brother Yang, welcome to ancient domain. Long Yun extended his hand and greeted with a smile. In his eyes, Yang Hongwu's status was much better than Gao Qingqing's. Although Gao Qingqing's aptitude was pretty good and she had the support of an elder, Yang Hongwu was a Dan King, a young Dan King who might even become a Dan Emperor. Just based on this point, the status of those elders in the Tianyi Immortal Abode was inferior. Senior apprentice brother Long Yun, hello. Long Yun's appearance made Yang Hongwu sigh in relief. At least with this guy here, that guy wouldn't be so arrogant just now. Long Yun, is he from your Tianyi Immortal Abode? Wan Fong said coldly. Your Tianyi Immortal Abode already has one map, but they still have two. It's a bit too much, give it up. Long Yun turned around and looked at Wan Fong. Give it up? Why should junior apprentice brother Yang give it up? That map belongs to junior apprentice brother Yang. It depends on whether he's willing or not. If junior apprentice brother Yang doesn't want it, then don't even think about forcing him as long as I, Long Yun, am here. Long Yun, don't be too arrogant. Wan Fong narrowed his eyes when he saw Long Yun protecting that kid. He looked at him coldly and said, There's so many people here, and one map means 15 spots. Your Tianyi Immortal Abode only has 15 people. Aren't you worried that you'll burn your hands if you ask for so many spots? So what if we have more spots? That's our business. What does it have to do with you? If you have the ability, you can go and find 3 maps yourself. Long Yun said, It seems like you're ready to fight with me here. Wan Fong said, Let me see how much your Long Yun has improved. Wan Fong stretched out his hand and clenched his 5 fingers together. His true energy condensed and turned into a fierce bird that pecked at Long Yun's eyes. If this bird pecked at Long Yun's eyes, his eyes would be pecked off. Long Yun chuckled and said, Let's try it. He stretched out his right hand and stretched out his 5 fingers to grab Wan Fong's hand. His hand looked like a dragon's claw, condensed with Jun Qi. It was overbearing and powerful, and wherever it went, the air was easily torn apart, making a strong sound of breaking the air. Bang! The dragon's claw collided with the goshawk. The power instantly exploded, and a huge crack that was dozens of feet long appeared on the ground. This attack was evenly matched. I'll block Long Yun. You guys go and capture these 3 people. Wan Fong shouted at this time. Long Yun's face changed. He was restrained by Wan Fong, but the others were not weak either. If there were only 1 or 2 people, they could deal with them. But with so many people, Yang Hongwu and the others were no match for them. How dare you? If you snatch it, You'll be going against the Tiani immortal abode. You better think carefully. Long Yun shouted. The students who came with Long Yun gathered around Yang Hongwu. They were clear about Gao Qingqing's status. They had also heard about Yang Hongwu. He was an elixir king, a 7th grade elixir king. If they could befriend him, they would definitely benefit greatly. Moreover, he was also a disciple of Tiani Immortal Mansion. He could be considered as their junior. Even their boss, Long Yun, had taken action. How could they just stand by and watch? What are you guys afraid of? The Tiani Immortal Abode is good, but how can the Sea God Immortal Abode be bad? Wan Fong smiled and said, moreover, there's also the Kunlun Immortal Abode and the Tai Shinfu. The Tiani Immortal Abode can do whatever they want in the ancient domain. After hearing this, the people who had been hesitating no longer hesitated. What's there to be afraid of? So what if we kill them? Once we get the map, we'll enter the secret realm and obtain the great sovereign's inheritance and the divine lotus ancestral seal. Why should we be afraid of them? Even the Tiani Immortal Abode can't do anything to us. After breaking through to the great sovereign realm, why should we put the Tiani Immortal Abode in our eyes? Chapter 428. Hua Wuing appeared. Yang Hongwu's face changed as he took out a talisman. Now, the talisman came in handy. These talismans weren't weak. One by one, the 7th grade talisman was thrown out. There were lightning bolts and fiery rain. Many of them were killed in an instant. Hong Qiao Qiao kept waving the ice crystal longsword in her hand. Sword Qi shot out and killed a few of the weaker ones who were at the front. Gao Qingqing didn't show any weakness. She looked at a warrior who was close to her and kicked him. He flew out and knocked down a few others. In an instant, Yang Hongwu and the others formed a circle with their backs against each other. However, there were too many people, and some of them were very strong. A few of the people from Tiani Immortal Mansion were killed, and almost everyone was injured. Yang Hongwu was anxious. He didn't expect such a thing to happen. Give me the map. Just as Yang Hongwu was getting anxious, a second-step divine realm warrior rushed over. He was so fast and powerful that Yang Hongwu couldn't dodge at all. Bang! Yang Hongwu almost closed his eyes. At this moment, a ray of light shot over from afar. A lotus flower blocked the attack. 2 women came from afar. They looked very similar. One was unfathomable, and the other was at level 10 primordial spirit realm. Are you okay? The 2 women landed beside Yang Hongwu and looked at Yang Hongwu. Hua Wuing, Hua Qinxue, you are here. Yang Hongwu was happy to see them. Hua Wuing and Hua Qinxue, they finally met again. How rude. Call me master. Hua Wuing knocked on Yang Hongwu's head. Yang Hongwu smiled bitterly. Okay. Master. I'll call you master. Hee, don't call me master. Call me sister. If you call her master, what am I? Hua Qinxue rolled her eyes. Qinxue, you have recovered your strength? Yang Hongwu looked at Hua Qinxue, who blocked that person so easily. He didn't know what level her strength had reached. Yes, not only have I recovered, but I've also improved, Hua Qinxue said. This is all thanks to your help. Hua Qinxue knew that if it wasn't for Yang Hongwu's help, how could she have gotten the Death Soul Emperor's help? The reason why the Morning Soul Emperor spent so much effort to help her rebuild her body was because of Yang Hongwu. Do we still need to be so polite between us? Yang Hongwu asked. At this moment, the surrounding people rushed over again. Hua Qinxue waved her right hand, and countless lotuses flew out. These people were not a match at all. They were all sent flying in an instant. Everyone stopped in their tracks, shocked beyond belief. This woman was too powerful, too terrifying. Long Yun and Wan Fong also stopped fighting. Both of them were shocked by the strength of this woman. She had already exceeded their strength. This woman was too strong. Although the 2 of them were quite strong, they were far from being her match. There was only one person, and that was the mysterious black-robed man beside Hua Qinxue. His eyes narrowed, but there was not much change. Who dares to make a move? Hua Qinxue said coldly. If you do, I don't mind killing you. Who are you? Wan Fong looked at Hua Qinxue and said, We are from the Sea God's Immortal Palace. Aren't you afraid of offending the Sea God's Immortal Palace? So what if we offend the Sea God's Immortal Palace? Junior Yang Hongwu is our Qiani Immortal Palace's disciple. Why would we be afraid of you? Long Yin sneered. Don't use the Sea God's Immortal Palace to threaten me. If those old bastards from the Sea God's Immortal Palace came, I might be a little afraid. But you're not qualified. Hua Qinshue hated Wan Fong's tone, especially when he was targeting Yang Hongwu. One must know that in her heart, Yang Hongwu was still the closest person to her. Even her sister Hua Qinma could not be compared to her. She suddenly stretched out her hand and flicked her finger. A lotus spun and shot towards Wan Fong. Wan Fong turned pale with fright when he saw this. He suddenly punched out, wanting to block this attack. Boom! With a loud sound, Wan Fong was sent flying and heavily smashed into the snow mountain. Wan Fong climbed out of the snow mountain in a sorry state. He spat out a mouthful of blood and looked at Hua Qinshue with fear. The gap between their strength was too big. Who was this woman? What was her relationship with that brat? I'll teach you a lesson. If you do it again, I'll take your life next time. Hua Qinshue said coldly. Wan Fong's face turned pale. He was the saint son of the Sea God's Immortal Palace. Who would not give him face? Now, he was being humiliated and threatened by a woman. It made him furious, but there was nothing he could do. He was weaker than her. He knew that if he really dared to make a move, the woman would really kill him. Good, very good. I'll remember you. I, Wan Fong, will definitely take revenge for this. Wan Fong did not hide his hatred at all. Just kill him. This kind of person doesn't know what's good for him. We spared his life, but he didn't let it go. At this time, Yang Hongwu said, You're right. Then let's kill him. Hearing Yang Hongwu's words, Hua Qinshue nodded and turned to grab Wan Fong. When Wan Fong heard this, he was even more furious. This woman really dared to kill him. It's not that easy to kill me. Wan Fong raised both of his hands and condensed a terrifying power. A strange image of a divine eagle appeared behind him. Divine eagle breaks the sky. The energy in Wan Fong's hands condensed into a huge divine eagle. The divine eagle was almost identical to the divine eagle totem on his back. Saint Mother of Lotus, subdue demons. Hua Qinshue shouted. A huge white divine lotus appeared. There was a woman in the lotus. She was holy and noble. She slowly opened her hands, and white light bloomed from her hands. A lotus flower sword shot out. Whoosh! The lotus flower sword pierced through the divine eagle. It didn't stop and continued to stab towards Wan Fong. Wan Fong was shocked. The difference in strength was too big. He wasn't a match at all. At this time, he regretted. He regretted snatching those 2 maps. It was just some spots. He already had them. The Sea God's immortal abode also had 15 spots. Although there were more people who didn't have a spot, so what? There was no loss if fewer people went in. However, it was too late to regret now. The terrifying lotus flower sword was only a little bit away from him. In the next moment, it would pierce his heart. Just as the lotus flower sword was about to pierce his body, a ray of light shot out from his chest and blocked the lotus flower sword. With a kacha sound, the sword light disappeared. A jade pendant cracked in half and fell down. It's actually a protective jade talisman. Hua Qinshue frowned and said coldly, Let's see how many protective jade talismans you have to save your life. Chapter 429. The Black-Cloaked Man takes action. The secret realm is open. After the map was gathered together, it shone brightly. With a loud sound, the ancient bronze door slowly opened. Then, the map flew back into the hands of the original owner. The Lotus Secret Realm is finally open. Each map has 15 spots. Without the map, you can't enter. This was the restriction of the Lotus Secret Realm. The map was equivalent to the entrance ticket. Without the ticket, one wouldn't even be qualified to enter the Secret Realm. How could one snatch the treasures in the Secret Realm? At this moment, the Secret Realm was opened. Many people's eyes turned red. They didn't have a map. Many people present didn't have a map, including Hua Wuxia. He didn't have a map either. The Hua family did have a map, but it had been taken away by Hua Wuying. When Hua Wuying appeared, Hua Wuxia had already seen her. However, he was afraid of Hua Qinshue. Senior, sorry to trouble you. Hua Wuxia said to the black-cloaked man beside him. Don't worry. Although that woman is strong, she's still not my match. The black-cloaked man nodded. The black-cloaked man slowly walked forward. Those who blocked his way were all killed by him. His strength was shocking. Many people didn't expect that the black-cloaked man would be so strong. He wasn't any weaker than the overbearing woman just now. After he killed more than 10 people, no one dared to stop him. They all opened up a path for him. Hand over the map. The black-robed man walked in front of Hua Qinxue. He looked at Hua Qinxue and said coldly, "You are very strong. However, you are still not my opponent. I don't want to fight. You already have the map and enough spots. Give me one of the extra maps." Seeing the black-cloaked man, Wan Fong heaved a sigh of relief. This black-cloaked man was stronger than he expected. With this black-cloaked man, that woman wouldn't target him. Different from Wan Fong, Yang Hongwu frowned. This black-cloaked man was with Hua Wuxia. What happened to the Hua clan might be related to this black-cloaked man. "Are you threatening me?" Hua Qinxue was infuriated. Ever since she had reconstructed her body, her cultivation had increased tremendously. Now that she had returned to the ancient domain, her strength had reached the divine realm. She did not expect that someone would dare to threaten her at this time. "If you think so, then so be it," the black-robed man said. "Let's see what you're capable of." Hua Qinxue raised her right hand and a lotus flower bloomed. It was formed by the condensation of a terrifying power. It formed into a small lotus sword that spun around. Then, with a swoosh, it pierced towards the black-robed man. "Petty tricks." The black-robed man snorted and punched. His zhenqi condensed into a huge fist, as if it was made of gold. The lotus flower sword collided with the golden fist. That power that was like the mountains and seas exploded. Waves of energy surged into the sky, rolling and churning. Those who were near were pushed back by the overbearing power. Those who were weaker were injured by the terrifying impact. Some of them couldn't even withstand it and died in the aftermath. The two of them were too powerful. The others were no match for them at all. Among the people present, the two of them were the most terrifying. Yang Hongwu's face was grave. He looked at the battle between Hua Qinxue and the black-robed man. The black-robed man was too strong. It exceeded his expectations. "Sister Qinxue, do your best. Kill this bastard." Hua Wuying shouted. Gao Qingqing, who was beside him, also cheered. This situation made Yang Hongwu's head full of black lines. Was this the same Hua Wuying? It was completely different from the Hua Wuying in his memory. However, it was obvious that Hua Wuying was very worried. "Yang Hongwu, it's you. I didn't expect you to ascend to the ancient region. I said that I would kill you the next time I see you." At this time, Hua Wuxia finally remembered Yang Hongwu. He had once sent a clone to the lower realm to search for the sacred lotus ancestral seal. He didn't expect that he would be killed by a lower realm cultivator. And that person was Yang Hongwu. "Hua Wuxia, I killed one of your clones. This time, if you dare to make a move, I'll kill your real body too." Looking at how this be***starred was still provoking him, Yang Hongwu did not back down. Hua Wuxia's strength was not weak at all. At the very least, compared to Yang Hongwu, he was way stronger. He was at the pinnacle of Primordial Spirit Realm level 10, while Yang Hongwu was only at Primordial Spirit Realm level 5. However, if they really fought, Yang Hongwu could easily crush him with the Battle Spirit Possession. Yang Hongwu had absolute confidence. "What a big mouth." Hua Wuxia snorted. "Do you think you can deal with me with the two women beside you?" A group of people came out from behind Hua Wuxia. There were about 30 of them. Each of them was at the Dao Foundation realm. They were all expressionless. Moreover, Yang Hongwu couldn't see any signs of life in their eyes. Could they be the legendary Death Warriors? "You guys go in first. I'll follow behind." Yang Hongwu was about to use the Battle Spirit Possession to kill Hua Wuxia when he heard Hua Qinxue's voice. Hearing this, Yang Hongwu did not hesitate. He turned to Hua Wuying, Hong Qiao, and the others and rushed toward the bronze door. Holding the map in his hand, Yang Hongwu transmitted a stream of true energy to the people with Yang Hongwu through the map. This stream of true energy came from the map to Yang Hongwu. It was the pass to enter the ancient bronze door. "Damn it. You want to leave?" "No way." Hua Wuxia looked around. If they all went in, where would they find a map and get a slot? Why don't we join forces? At this time, Wan Fong saw that the black-robed man was so powerful that he was able to pin down Hua Qinxue. Moreover, he seemed to have the upper hand. He also saw Hua Wuxia's bone-deep hatred for Yang Hongwu. All right, Hua Wuxia nodded. More than 30 death warriors rushed towards Yang Hongwu and the others. Wan Fong reached out with his hand, forming a giant eagle claw. It tore through space and grabbed at Yang Hongwu. Yang Hongwu and the others weren't too far away from the ancient bronze door. However, the attack was too fast. The giant eagle claw was about to reach Yang Hongwu. You guys go in first. Yang Hongwu pushed Hua Wuying inside. Gao Qingqing followed. Hong Xiao Xiao slashed out with her sword, sending a terrifying sword energy of ice and fire at the giant eagle claw. Yang Hongwu didn't hesitate. He used the battle spirit possession. Chapter 430. The Power of the Soul Lock Curse for transformations of Yin Yang Soul Lock Curse. At this moment, one of Yang Hongwu's eyes turned white while the other turned black. The power of Yin and Yang formed a strange rune between his eyebrows. This was the power of a curse, the power of the Yin Yang rune. It was a supreme secret technique that Yang Hongwu and Hong Xiao had obtained after dual cultivating the Yin Yang Soul Lock Curse. The power of the mind refining sutra exploded, and the power of the primordial spirit poured in. The strange Yin Yang talisman turned into a small Yin Yang snake. It pierced through the void and sank into Hua Wuxia's forehead. Die! Yang Hongwu let out a soft shout. Hua Wuxia, who had been incomparably arrogant, shuddered as his eyes widened. His soul was being controlled by the soul-locking curse. A strange mark appeared between his eyebrows. When Yang Hongwu said the word die, Hua Wuxia's soul began to disperse. When the mysterious black-robed man saw this scene, he was shocked. Hua Wuxia could not die. Therefore, he rushed towards Hua Wuxia. Yang Hongwu's lips curled into a cold smile. Of course, he could see what the man in black was doing. However, his secret technique, the Yin Yang Soul Lock Curse, was not that easy to break. The power of the Yin Yang Soul Lock Curse exploded again. Another Yin Yang snake flew out. This time it was even faster. The black-robed man struck out with his palm, and a powerful force hit the Yin Yang snake. However, the man in black was horrified to see that the small Yin Yang snake was not affected by his palm at all. It rushed past him and entered Hua Wuxia's forehead again. This small Yin Yang snake was the straw that broke the camel's back. Hua Wuxia's soul was shattered instantly. Hua Wuxia would never have dreamed that he would die so inexplicably. He had so many men of sacrifice protecting him and a super expert by his side. Yet, he could not escape death. On the other side, Hong Xiao blocked Wan Fong's attack. The men of sacrifice surrounding the Tianyi immortal abode disciples stopped moving. Wan Fong and the others did not know what had happened. When he saw the enraged man in black lifting Hua Wuxia's body, Wan Fong's heart was filled with fear. Hua Wuxia was dead in a few breaths? What kind of demonic technique did this young man use? What kind of terrifying secret technique was that? It could kill enemies from a distance. That was terrifying. Furthermore, he was sure that Yang Hongwu was right in front of him. There was no wound on Hua Wuxia's body. Hua Wuxia was dead. With Hua Wuxia's death, all the men of sacrifice lost control. A light flashed in Yang Hongwu's eyes. Could he use the Yin Yang soul-locking spell and the mind-refining sutra to control these men of sacrifice? He did it. Yang Hongwu used Soul Lock Curse and Soul Lock Sutra. The Yin Yang Soul Lock Curse was the Soul Lock Curse, and Soul Lock Curse. Yang Hongwu was surprised to find that it was possible. He was overjoyed. One by one, the men of sacrifice were controlled by him. 36. A total of 36 men of sacrifice. These men of sacrifice were immortal unless their bodies were destroyed. Their combat strength was super strong. Moreover, these 36 men of sacrifice could form a formation. Such a formation was powerful enough to fight against a divine realm warrior. No wonder Hua Wuxia was so arrogant. He was too confident. He did not expect Yang Hongwu to have such a supreme secret technique. After knowing all this, young Hongwu frowned slightly. With these men of sacrifice, he did not have to worry about the black-robed man. Now, young Hongwu was worried about Hua Wuxia's background. Hua Wuxia had such powerful men of sacrifice protecting him, and a divine realm guard following him. Who was he? Was he from the Hua family? How could there be such a powerful existence in the Hua family? That black-robed man was probably not from the Hua family. Yang Hongwu could faintly feel a trace of a special power from him. This special power was somewhat familiar to Yang Hongwu, but he could not recall where it came from. You deserve to die. The black-robed man looked at Yang Hongwu with eyes full of killing intent. His gaze was like two nails firmly fixed on Yang Hongwu's body. A terrifying aura burst out from him as he carefully kept Hua Wuxia's corpse. After he was done, the black-robed man made his move. His speed was extremely fast as he turned into a black shadow and appeared not too far away from Yang Hongwu in an instant. Fortunately, Mao Er had warned him. Mao Er's delusion breaker was very powerful. No matter how fast he was, Mao Er could still see him. Hua Qinxue saw the black-robed man attacking Yang Hongwu at such a fast speed. She became anxious and shouted, "Heaven connecting lotus leaf, Wu Qiongbai." Yang Hongwu had used this move several times. Of course, he was familiar with it. Green lotus leaves flew out, trying to block the black-robed man's attack. However, the black-robed man was enraged, and his strength doubled. The jade-green lotus leaves were torn apart. His figure did not slow down at all as he continued to charge towards Yang Hongwu. Yang Hongwu, be careful. Hua Qinxue panicked when she saw her defense being broken. She was worried that Yang Hongwu would be hurt. She grasped the air with both hands, and a small lotus flower sword appeared in her hand. She waved the small lotus flower sword, and a terrifying sword chi was released. The target was the black-robed man's back. However, the black-robed man acted as if he did not see it, or did he not care at all. He did not react to Hua Qinxue's attack. The sword chi hit his body, creating sparks on the black-robed man. A black light shield blocked Hua Qinxue's attack. He continued to rush towards Yang Hongwu. At this moment, Yang Hongwu's face was solemn. Even Hua Qinxue was not his opponent. She could not even break the black-robed man's defense. This black-robed man was too terrifying. However, he still had a trump card, and it was the 36 men of sacrifice that he had just controlled. As an array master, Yang Hongwu had a lot of arrays in his mind. The 36 men of sacrifice could be used to set up the Celestial Demon Slayer array. Yang Hongwu controlled the 36 men of sacrifice and started to set up the array. These men of sacrifice moved quickly, but they were still a little stiff when setting up the array. However, the array was quickly formed, and it was set up in a breath. After all, it was Yang Hongwu's first time using the secret art of the Soul Refining Heart Sutra and the Yin-Yang Soul Lock spell to control the men of sacrifice to set up the array. It was inevitable that he was unfamiliar with it. The array was set up, and the 36 men of sacrifice exploded with an amazing power. This amazing power condensed together, forming a huge Slayer word. Boom! The huge Slayer word heavily bombarded the black-robed man, and he was sent flying. Seeing this scene, everyone was stunned. Chapter 431. God of War Realm. How is this possible? You can control the men of sacrifice? The black-robed man was shocked to see this. These men of sacrifice were controlled by a secret technique. Even he couldn't control them. Only Hua Wuxia could control them. But now, they were controlled by this brat. Moreover, they were so powerful that they could form a formation. Such power was more than 10 times stronger than when Hua Wuxia was controlling them. Nothing is impossible. Yang Hongwu's lips curled into a smile. Since you want to kill me, I'll send you to hell first. The strength of this black-robed man was too terrifying, too strong. Even Hua Qinxue, in her peak condition, wasn't a match for him. To Yang Hongwu, this black-robed man was a huge threat. Furthermore, if this black-robed man was here, he would definitely tell the mastermind behind Hua Wuxia that Yang Hongwu had killed Hua Wuxia. That person, being able to create such a powerful death warrior, was definitely not simple. Yang Hongwu wasn't a match for him yet. Therefore, he had to kill this guy first. Little bastard, you're really arrogant. Do you think that you can fight against a divine realm warrior after controlling the men of sacrifice? I'll show you what a divine realm warrior is. The black-robed man's true chi surged. He floated up and black clouds gathered around him. Those clouds were formed by surging energy. The difference between the divine realm and the other realms was that the divine realm warriors had opened the divine ability bridge and gathered supreme magical power. Those clouds were not true chi, but dermic power, pure dermic power. Be careful. You're no match for him. At this time, Hua Qianxue had already rushed to Yang Hongwu's side. She said to Yang Hongwu, "You go in first. I'll stop him." "No." Yang Hongwu shook his head. "You're no match for him." Although Hua Qianxue's strength had reached the divine realm, she hadn't really controlled her magical power. She had just stepped into the divine realm, and her cultivation hadn't stabilized yet. She was far from being a match for the black-robed man. In Yang Hongwu's body, Lu Li and Ing Xiaorui both woke up. Lu Li was a 9-colored Lu dragon. She was born with the bloodline of the dragon god. In her memories, she had inherited a supreme secret technique. As for Ing Xiaorui, her original body was an extremely powerful venerable. She might even be infinitely close to the great emperor level, experienced and knowledgeable. In fact, the divine realm was just the beginning of cultivation in the heavenly domain. Only in the ancient domain could one be considered an overlord. They were supreme existences in the ancient region. Although this black-robed man's strength was formidable, his mana had not reached the level of invincibility that Yang Hongwu had imagined. "I'm no match for him. Are you?" Hearing this, Hua Qianxue was a little angry. She shouted, "Although your cultivation has improved, you are only in the primordial spirit realm now. The gap between you and the god realm is too big. He doesn't have a map. As long as we enter the Lotus secret realm, he can't do anything." "I know." Yang Hongwu was also clear about this. This time, he needed to borrow all of Ing Xiaorui's strength and Lu Li's strength. Lu Li's body contained supreme dragon energy. When this supreme dragon energy was poured into the bodies of the men of sacrifice, it could resist the black-robed man's terrifying mana. "Die for me," the black-robed man roared. A huge hand came over. It was condensed by a huge amount of mana. A human figure appeared behind him. It had a long horn on its head. It was the demon ox battle body. Demon ox is also a demon. Heavenly Dipper demon slaying formation. Open. Demon slaying formation. Yang Hongwu shouted. He formed a seal with both of his hands. Borrowing Lu Li's surging dragon energy, he formed a 9-colored seal. A huge slaying character appeared in the sky, shining with 9 colors. It was sacred and majestic. Boom! With a loud bang, the huge 9-colored slaying character heavily bombarded the black-robed man's body. The black-robed man's body was sent flying. At this time, Yang Hongwu was not feeling good. At first, when Lu Li's dragon energy poured into his body felt like it was about to explode. At this moment, he released all of his energy. His whole body felt very weak. He did not even have the strength to stand up. "Help me. Let's go inside," Yang Hongwu said to Hua Qianxue and Hong Qiao. After using this move, Yang Hongwu consumed a lot of energy. The 36 men of sacrifice could not withstand the powerful dragon energy. One by one, they exploded and turned into a bloody mist. Yang Hongwu felt that it was a pity. These men of sacrifice were a huge force. He did not expect Lu Li's dragon energy to be so domineering. When the others saw this shocking scene, no one dared to make a move against Yang Hongwu. Even the terrifying black-robed man was no match for them. If they tried to snatch his map now, wouldn't they be courting death? Therefore, with Hua Qianxue and Hong Qiao supporting each of Yang Hongwu's sides, no one dared to stop them as they walked towards the ancient bronze door. Everyone made way for them, including those who were in a hurry to enter the ancient bronze door. They were afraid of angering the other party and killing them in an instant. This made Yang Hongwu and the others less worried. Of course, Yang Hongwu knew that there were many hidden experts among these people. Was there only one entrance to the Lotus Secret Realm? Yang Hongwu did not know about this. Soon, after entering the ancient bronze door, he saw Hua Wuing and the others waiting for him. Junior Yang, what happened to you? Seeing Yang Hongwu being supported, Gao Qingqing, Long Yun, and the others immediately surrounded him. Are you okay? Yang Hongwu shook his head and said, I'm fine. I just used up a lot of energy. Don't worry, I'll recover in a while. Then we'll wait here for a while. When Junior Yang recovers, we'll go together. Long Yun said. Long Yun had seen Hua Qianxue's strength and was curious about her origin. Of course, if he knew that Yang Hongwu had just displayed his strength outside, he would be even more shocked. Senior Long, you don't have to worry about me. You can go look for the treasure first. It'll be bad if someone else gets it first. You don't have to worry about me. With Qianxue and Xiao Qiao protecting me, there won't be a problem. Yang Hongwu said, Senior Long, you go first. I'll stay. Gao Qingqing said at this time. Long Yun saw that he said so and did not insist. In fact, he was just saying. He knew that although his strength was not bad, compared to Hua Qianxue, he was too weak. If he followed them, he would only be a foil. Moreover, he could see that this Junior Yang had good luck with women. This Hua Qianxue and Hong Xiao had a good relationship with him. Moreover, this junior sister Gao Qingqing seemed to see him in a different light. Wouldn't he be disturbing them if he brought a group of people? He might as well go first. Chapter 432. Snake of Death. After resting for a while, Yang Hongwu had recovered to his peak. After recovering, the group continued forward. Qianxue, where did you meet Sister Wuing? Yang Hongwu asked. Along the way, Hua Qianxue told Yang Hongwu about her trip to the ancient region. Back then, the Morning Soul Emperor had brought her to the ancient region and found a spiritual herb to help her rebuild her body. He had also given her a cultivation technique that allowed her to not only recover to her peak, but also break through to the God realm. Not long after they came out, they encountered Hua Wuying and the other girls were being chased. Thus, they saved Hua Wuying and the others. Now, Lin Ryu and the others were in a safe place, while Hua Wuying and Hua Qianxue had come to the Great Snow Mountain to obtain the sacred lotus ancestral seal. She had not expected to meet Yang Hongwu here. She was pleasantly surprised. Qing Hong Mountain, I did not expect the Hua family to become like this. Hua Qianxue said, those bastards actually betrayed their ancestral teachings. Hua Qianxue was furious. According to the ancestral teachings of the Hua family, those who had the sacred lotus battle body and awakened their bloodline would be the patriarch of the Hua family. However, those people had colluded with outsiders for their own benefits. Don't be angry, Yang Hongwu said. After we deal with the sacred lotus ancestral seal, I will help you. Suddenly, a scream came from the front. Everyone stopped in their tracks. Yang Hongwu asked Mao to go and take a look. When Mao came back, Yang Hongwu's face changed. In front of them were people from the Kunlun immortal sect. They were surrounded by a group of terrifying poisonous snakes. The snakes were small, but their speed was shocking. Their venom was terrifying. In front of us are people from the Kunlun immortal sect. Yang Hongwu said, they are surrounded by poisonous snakes. What should we do? Gao Qingqing asked. What should we do? Let's continue. Yang Hongwu said, since they were already here, there was no reason not to go in and take a look. Moreover, the sacred lotus ancestral seal was an emperor weapon passed down by Hua Wuying and Hua Qianxue's ancestors. It was also the inheritance of the Hua family. I'll walk in front, Hua Qianxue said. She was the strongest among them. She had already reached the deity realm. Therefore, she was the most suitable one to walk in front. Yang Hongwu opened his mouth, but did not retort. After all, his cultivation level was too weak. He was only at the 5th level essence soul realm. The difference was too great. The group soon arrived at the battlefield. At this time, all the people of the Kunlun immortal manor were dead. Their bodies were all black, and the blood that flowed out was also black. Poisoned, they were all poisoned. There was a person in front. That person was wearing a long black robe. Even his face was covered. On the black robe, There were strange little snakes embroidered on it. There was a snake-like staff in his hand. There was a small black snake on top of the staff. This small black snake was very unique. Its eyes were very big, alternating between red and black. It kept spitting out its tongue, which was very strange. Hiss! At this moment, the crowd saw that the person's back was filled with snakes. It made one's blood run cold. Although there were no deity realm martial artists among the disciples of the Kunlun immortal manor, they were not weak. More than 10 people had died here. Where did this black-clothed man come from? What kind of snakes were those? Death Kiss Snake? This is Death Kiss Snake. Hua Qinshue's face suddenly changed. Death Kiss Snake. A voice resounded in Yang Hongwu's sea of consciousness. That's right. This is the Death Kiss Snake. It's extremely terrifying. Even a divine realm expert would die once bitten by it. However, you don't have to worry. With Nini and me here, you won't die. It was Sure Bauer's voice. Yang Hongwu was overjoyed. You can deal with the Death Kiss Snake's poison, not to mention the Death Kiss Snake's poison. If I was at my peak, any poison in this world would be a piece of cake, Sure Bauer said. At this moment, the man in black waved the staff in his hand. Countless poisonous snakes behind his feet wriggled, and their speed increased from slow to fast. Yang Hongwu and the others were densely packed together, and the sight of them made one's scalp tingle. What should we do? The snakes are coming. Gao Qingqing shouted. Hua Qinshuo made the first move. With a wave of her hand, a stream of true qi turned into countless lotus-shaped swords. These lotus-shaped swords were densely packed like rain, shooting toward the small snakes. Ding! 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 The small snakes were nailed to the ground one by one. Blood flowed out. The blood of these poisonous snakes was black, and it emitted a foul smell, which made people uncomfortable. Hong Qiao and Gao Qingqing also started to act. Hong Qiao's ice crystal sword was enveloped by sword qi. Ice flames were released, and hundreds of poisonous snakes were frozen into ice. Yang Hongwu took out a large number of talismans, fire rain talismans. These fire rain talismans formed a terrifying fire rain and fell down. Many poisonous snakes were burned to death, and there was a sizzling sound and a delicious smell of meat. However, the snakes were densely packed, and they kept crawling out from behind the man in black. It was as if there was an endless number of them. In a narrow passage behind him, there seemed to be no end. There were patches of kiss of death snakes. We have to kill the Snake King on the staff to stop these poisonous snakes from continuing to attack. At this moment, Lu Li's voice sounded in Yang Hongwu's mind. Kill the Snake King on the staff. Yang Hongwu shouted. Hua Qinshuo and the others understood. Everyone's attacks were focused on the Snake King of the Death Kiss Snake on the black, clothed man's snake staff. Seeing that everyone was attacking, the man in black moved. With a wave of his hand, a black light shot out. That black light condensed into the shape of a small snake. The small snake collided with everyone's attacks, causing a terrifying explosion. Boom, boom, boom. In this small space, such a huge explosion of power was even more terrifying. Everyone, except Hua Qinshuo, was sent flying. Yang Hongwu was no exception. The man in black was also forced to retreat dozens of steps. Countless kiss of death snakes died under the impact of this terrifying power. At this moment, the man in black waved his staff, and a black smoke spurted out from the staff, covering the entire passage. This is poisonous fog. Hua Qinshuo's face changed. She shouted, Everyone be careful. Don't breathe it in. It's useless. The man in black sneered. His voice was like the cry of an old crow in the sunset village. It made people feel a chill from the bottom of their hearts. Hua Qinshuo, who was at the front, was the first to be attacked by the poisonous fog. Her face changed. This poisonous fog was unstoppable. It could penetrate directly into the skin. Her cultivation was profound, and she had reached the divine realm. She could resist for a while, but not for long. Chapter 433. Luli made a move. Yang Hongwu supported her. A stream of pure energy poured into Hua Wuying's body and immediately removed the poison from her body. Yang Hongwu removed the poison from the others and threw out a talisman. It was a detoxification talisman made by Yang Hanwu. However, this talisman was very special. It was infused with Bauer's power by Yang Hanwu and could remove all poisons. Originally, there was a secret detoxification technique, but Yang Hanwu could not cultivate to the point where he could remove the poison fog in a short period of time. Therefore, Bauer attached her power to the detoxification talisman. The talisman released a 7-colored light. Wherever the 7-colored light went, all the poison fog was removed. Damn it! What kind of talisman is this? The face of the man in black with the snake's staff changed. He did not expect his poison fog to be removed so easily. He was very confident in his poisonous fog. There was no one in the world who could get rid of it unless the old man from the Jade Pill sect made a move. Only then would it be possible. Could the kid in front of him be the successor of the old man from the Jade Pill sect? No, that's impossible too. The successor of that old fellow from the Jade Pill clan is just an alchemist. He could only use pills to deal with me and get rid of the poisonous fog. There's no reason for him to use talismans to get rid of my poisonous fog. Kid, who are you? How can you remove my poison fog? The man in black with the snake staff asked Yang Hanwu. Who am I? Why should I tell you? I also want to know who you are and what gives you the right to kill us here. Yang Hanwu said coldly. Let me tell you, although your poison technique is powerful, it is nothing in front of me. I'm not afraid of your poison. Yang Hanwu could see that although the strength of the black-robed man with the snake staff was very strong, his strength was basically built on the foundation of poison techniques. Yang Hanwu was now the nemesis of poison techniques. Without poison techniques, the black-robed man was simply not Hua Qinshua's opponent. The expression of the black-clothed man with the snake staff changed. Yang Hanwu really poked at his weak spot. His greatest strength was his poison technique. Now that his poison technique was useless against Yang Hanwu, it was a huge blow to him. Although he was also at the Divine Realm, he was much weaker than ordinary Divine Realm experts in terms of pure combat strength. His treasures were all poison weapons. Now that he couldn't use them, his poison arts were useless. How could he defeat Hua Qinshu? At this moment, he already had thoughts of retreating. Without the advantage of poison, he was no match for them at all. He waved the snake staff in his hand, and countless venomous snakes behind him charged forward once again. He could summon tens of thousands of these venomous snakes at any time. If they died, so be it. He didn't care at all. When all the poisonous snakes had rushed up, he began to retreat. A cold light flashed in Yang Hanwu's eyes. How could it be so easy to escape? Yang Hanwu said to Hua Qinshu, I'll deal with the venomous snakes. You go and catch the black-clothed man. Yang Hanwu gave Hua Qinshu a talisman. This talisman is an antidote talisman. Keep it with you and don't need to worry about his poison technique. Okay, Hua Qinshu nodded. Since Yang Hanwu said so, he must have a way to do it. Hua Qinshu was not worried about this at all. Dealing with these venomous snakes, Yang Hanwu slightly raised the corner of his mouth. He had a helper. That was Lu Li. Lu Li was a 9-colored Lu Li dragon, which belonged to the divine dragon. As soon as she came out, she released the dragon's aura, which was a great deterrent to these snakes. In fact, Yang Hanwu could also do it. As long as Yang Hanwu exposed the aura of the 9 dragons' saintly body, these venomous snakes would be nothing to him. However, if he did that, he would expose the 9 dragons' saintly body, which was not what Yang Hanwu wanted. The 9 dragons' saintly body was a taboo existence in the entire ancient domain and even the entire heavenly domain. If it was exposed, he would become the public enemy of the entire ancient domain. At the moment, his strength was still too weak. His identity could not be exposed. Yang Hanwu waved his hand, and a battle blade appeared in his hand. It was the 9 dragons' battle blade. Divine Dragon's Fury. Yang Hanwu slashed out with his blade, which turned into a 9-color divine dragon. In fact, this 9-color divine dragon was not formed by Yang Hanwu's blade chi, but by Lu Li's appearance in the sky. Lu Li attached to the 9 dragons' battle blade and became very small. When Yang Hanwu slashed out, Lu Li appeared. The reason why Yang Hanwu did this was to hide Lu Li's existence. Lu Li was a divine dragon, an ancient divine dragon. It would be very dangerous if his existence was exposed. Among the people present, Hong Qiao, Hua Wuying, and Hua Qinxue could be trusted. However, Yang Hongwu had to keep an eye on Gao Qingqing. He and Gao Qingqing were not that close yet. Although she was Elder Gao's daughter, and Elder Gao had died because of him, Yang Hongwu didn't think that Gao Qingqing was enough to convince him. Therefore, he had some reservations about Gao Qingqing. Of course, Gao Qingqing knew about his immortal pagoda. Yang Hongwu did not know whether Gao Qingqing was pretending not to know. The appearance of a 9-color glazed dragon caused the vipers to emit a terrifying pressure. This terrifying pressure was fatal to them. The pressure came from the bloodline, so they didn't dare to get close. Lu Li opened his mouth and sucked fiercely. Those poisonous snakes were sucked into Lu Li's mouth in an instant. In an instant, thousands of densely packed snakes were swallowed alive. For Lu Li, these poisonous snakes still had the bloodline of a true dragon. Although the bloodline was thin, it was not non-existent. It was also a great help to Lu Li. Although Lu Li was a divine dragon, she was still too weak now. She was still in the infant stage. She needed constant nourishment to grow quickly. This scene made the girls stunned. This was too abnormal. What kind of move was this? It was so cruel. If it had been like this earlier, would they have been so afraid? The man in black with the snake staff was scared out of his wits. This was too terrifying. How could this person be so terrifying? He was really his nemesis. Not only could he remove his poison, but he could also deal with the poisonous snakes he summoned. Tens of thousands of poisonous snakes died in an instant. This made the man in black with the snake's staff bleed in his heart. Although he could summon many of these poisonous snakes, it would consume a lot of energy to summon them. In just a few breaths, he had lost tens of thousands of snakes. How could he summon them so easily? Chapter 434. Myriad poison pearls seeing him running away. Hua Qinxue snorted coldly. A white lotus flew out and exploded in the air. Each petal turned into a white sword and stabbed towards his back. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. The black-robed man with the snake staff was shocked. He turned around and threw out his snake staff. The snake staff rotated in the air and turned into a huge black snake. The black snake wriggled a few times and opened its mouth. It spat out a cloud of black gas in front of it. The black gas suddenly split and turned into countless small snakes. They were densely packed and collided with the white swords. Ding, ding, dang, dang. The sound of collision was endless. Seeing this, Hua Qinxue threw out another lotus flower. This lotus flower continued to spin, and its speed became faster and faster. It formed a terrifying storm, surging violently and sweeping towards the black-robed man with the snake staff. That large snake simply could not block it at all and was sent flying in an instant. The black-robed man could not dodge in time. He was swept up and slammed heavily against the stone wall. Fresh blood flowed down. His black clothes were also torn apart, revealing his face. It was a very strange face, like the head of a snake. His mouth and chin looked like that of a snake, and there were scales on both sides of his cheeks. He had no ears, no eyebrows, and his eyes were green. He looked particularly terrifying. Yang Hongwu frowned. His appearance was too strange. He looked neither human nor ghost. If one looked at him for a long time, they would not even be able to eat. Hua Qinshua's attack just now had already seriously injured him. "What's your name?" Yang Hongwu looked at him and asked, "Who are you?" "Shi Qinshu." "Shi Qinshu?" "Shi Qinshu from the poison sect of the devil sect?" When Hong Qiao heard this, she was taken aback. This person was actually from the devil sect. Furthermore, he was a terrifying figure from the poison sect, Shi Qinshu. Within the poison sect, there were two great clans. These two clans were extremely powerful and specialized in the use of poison. One of the big clans was the Shi clan. Shi Qinshu was the Shi clan's expert in poison. Although his combat strength wasn't that great, he was very good at using poison. During the war between the righteous and demonic Tao, countless people had died under his poison techniques. 20 years ago, in a great battle, Shi Qinxiu had used his poison arts to poison a city of hundreds of thousands of people to death. No one had survived. That battle had made Shi Qinxiu infamous. Back then, the four immortal mansions had sent out their most outstanding saints to hunt down Shi Qinxiu, but none of them succeeded. As a result, Shi Qinxiu was ranked 10th on the Demon Judge Board. Those who could be listed on the Demon Ranking Board were all evil people, who knew how many atrocities they had committed. Each and every one of them was a powerful figure with great power. If he was killed, he would disappear from the Devil Judge Board. Since Shi Qinxiu was able to be ranked 10th on the Devil Judge Board, it showed how fierce he was. But this time, he never thought that he would fall here. Among the people present, there was only one Divine Realm expert. Moreover, he had just entered the Divine Realm. The others weren't on the same level. Back then, he had killed countless level 1 Divine Realm cultivators. Hua Wuing, Yang Hongwu, and Hua Qinxiu had never heard of this mysterious Shi Qinxiu. Hua Wuing and Yang Hongwu hadn't been in the ancient domain for long. Gao Qingqing had heard of him earlier than the two of them. As for Hua Qinxiu, she had been trapped in the 9th Heaven Mysterious Yin Tower for a long time. In the ancient Desolation Continent, Shi Qinxiu's matter had only appeared later. Therefore, only Hong Qiao was familiar with Shi Qinxiu's name. Therefore, when she heard the name, she was so shocked and lost her composure. "Who is this Shi Qinxiu?" Yang Hongwu asked when he saw her shocked expression. The 10th on the Devil Judge Board is Shi Qinxiu. Hearing this, Hua Qinxiu was also shocked. The 10th on the Devil Judge Board was incredible. Although she had never heard of Shi Qinxiu's name, to be able to enter the Devil Judge Board and be ranked 10th, it was definitely not simple. 10th on the Devil Judge Board sounds awesome. Yang Hongwu was very interested in the Devil Judge Board. Of course, everyone on the Devil Judge Board is very powerful. The top 10 people are all Divine Realm experts. The weakest of them is at least 7th level Divine Realm. Hong Qiao explained. As for Shi Qinxiu, it's because of his powerful poison technique that he can enter the 10th position. 7th level Divine Realm? Yang Hongwu was shocked when he heard this. Looking at Shi Qinxiu, his eyes flashed. Good fella, this Shi Qinxiu, who was neither a human nor a ghost, was actually so powerful. The 10th on the Devil Judge Board could even fight against a 7th level Divine Realm expert. You can fight against a 7th level Divine Realm expert. Your combat strength is very strong. However, how could you be defeated so easily by us? Could it be that you're just a clone? Yang Hongwu was extremely suspicious. How could a cultivator who could contend against a 7th level Divine Realm cultivator be so weak? This did not make sense. Hong Qiao and Hua Qinxiu nodded. They could not figure it out. The possibility of this fella being a clone was very high. I didn't expect you to be so smart. At this time, Shi Qinxiu stood up slowly and looked at Yang Hongwu. You actually saw through it. Yes, I'm just a clone. If you kill me, my original body will not let you go. Therefore, I suggest you don't kill me. So what if it's just a clone? When Yang Hongwu heard this, he was instantly enraged. How dare he threaten me? Damn it. Your poison technique is powerful, but it's nothing in front of me. It won't have any effect on me. Believe it or not. As long as I give some experts the antidote talismans that I make, no matter how powerful your poison technique is, you won't be able to do anything. At that time, I'll see how powerful your original body is and whether you can resist the pursuit. Yang Hongwu could not stand the B******'s threat. He said to Hua Qinxiu, kill him. He's so annoying. After Yang Hongwu said that, Hua Qinxiu flicked her finger and a ray of sword qi pierced through his head. Shi Qinxiu's eyes widened. He did not expect that his threat would cause such a result. After Shi Qinxiu died, his body disappeared and was replaced by a colorful bead. What's this? Yang Hongwu stretched out his hand, and the bead flew towards Yang Hongwu. The bead was surrounded by poisonous gas. Hua Qinxiu did not dare to touch it, but Yang Hongwu was not afraid. Chapter 435. Dripping blood for directions. There's nothing special about this bead. Yang Hongwu grabbed the bead and played with it. Yang Hongwu couldn't see anything special about this infinite poison bead. Don't underestimate this bead. This infinite poison bead can absorb most of the poisons in the world. With this bead, you'll be able to cultivate poison faster and be immune to all poisons. Yang Hongwu was surprised that this bead was so awesome. However, it wasn't of much use to him. Although it's good, it's not useful to me. Yang Hongwu thought about it and decided to give it to Hua Wuying. Her cultivation base was weak, and this would be of great help to her. Sister Wuying, you can have this bead. It's of no use to me. This is too valuable. I can't accept it. Hua Wuying refused. This bead was obviously not an ordinary item. Hua Wuying shook his head and refused. Take it. It's of no use to me. Yang Hongwu said, I'm immune to all poisons. It's a waste to give it to me. All right, I'll take it. Hua Wuying nodded her head after seeing Yang Hongwu's reaction. Let's continue. The group continued to move forward. There were many dangers in the Lotus Secret Realm. Yang Hongwu still couldn't understand what the use of this map was after entering the Lotus Secret Realm. Was it really just a ticket to enter? Or is there a deeper meaning? The Holy Lotus Ancestral Seal and the Lotus Secret Realm should be the legacy left behind by the old ancestor of the Hua clan. The person he was looking for should be someone with the bloodline of the Hua clan. Among those present, only Hua Qinxue and Hua Wuying had the bloodline of the Hua clan. In fact, Hua Qinxue was no longer the Hua clan's bloodline. Her physical body wasn't her original physical body. It was reforged by the Morning Soul Emperor. Therefore, Yang Hongwu guessed that if the Great Emperor was really looking for a successor, the successor would undoubtedly be Hua Wuying. However, this wasn't fixed, and it might not necessarily be so. Things in the world were unpredictable, and many things could change. After walking for about half a quarter of an hour, a fork appeared in front of them. This fork was a 3-day journey. Yang Hongwu looked at the fork in front of him. He really didn't like to make such a choice. Every time he encountered a fork in the road, it would make him feel conflicted. There was no difference between the 3 paths. There were no words or restriction runes. How do we get there? Hua Qinxue looked at Yang Hongwu and asked. Here, Yang Hongwu was the only man. Hua Qinxue and Hong Xiaoqiao followed Yang Hongwu's lead. Hua Wuying was no exception. Gao Qingqing did not speak either. Therefore, Yang Hongwu became the core of the 5 people. Just choose one. Yang Hongwu said, Sister Wuying, you choose one. I have a feeling that you should be the one to obtain the Lotus Secret Realm's inheritance. I choose. Hua Wuying was stunned. She didn't expect Yang Hongwu to let her choose. Yes, but no buts. Don't worry. Even if we encounter danger, I believe that we can escape unscathed. Yang Hongwu said, How about this? Drip blood to ask for directions. Use the method of dripping blood to ask for directions. Hua Qinxue said, Drip blood to ask for directions? That's a good idea. Yang Hongwu's eyes lit up. The bloodline of the Hua clan. Dripping blood to ask for directions was an excellent method. The bloodline of the Hua clan should resonate with the Great Emperor's bloodline. After confirming the method, Hua Wuying cut her finger and a drop of blood dripped from her finger. After it fell to the ground, the drop of blood seemed to have a mind of its own. It moved from the most right to the most left fork. Let's go. This way, Yang Hongwu said. The group of people walked towards the leftmost fork. After entering the fork, Yang Hongwu and the rest found that there was no way out. The original entrance was sealed. This immediately made people feel a little nervous. This is really strange. I have a bad feeling in my heart. Gao Qingqing said, It's okay. I don't feel it. Yang Hongwu smiled. It was just a dead end. So what? Since they were already here, there was no other choice. Yang Hongwu believed in his intuition, so he decided to go all the way to the end. After walking for a while, Hua Qinxue's face suddenly changed. She turned around and said to Yang Hongwu and the rest, Not good. Retreat. Retreat quickly. At this time, Yang Hongwu was still daydreaming. He didn't notice the situation at all. When he heard Hua Qinxue's voice, he was shocked. Mao, what's going on? Yang Hongwu communicated with Mao telepathically. It's a mechanical beast. Mechanical beast? Yang Hongwu was stunned. He said, There's a mechanical beast here. What level is it? After saying this, Yang Hongwu regretted. How could a mechanical beast in a great emperor's land of inheritance be simple? I'm afraid its strength has reached level 8. Mao said, it's very powerful. It's invulnerable. At this time, Hua Qinxue was already fighting with the mechanical beast. Yang Hongwu saw the true appearance of the mechanical beast. This mechanical beast looked like a tiger. However, the difference was that this mechanical beast had spikes on its back and sharp knives on its tail. Swoosh, swoosh, swoosh. The mechanical beast swung its tail, and sharp knives flew out. The speed was shocking. It was like a meteor. The attack power was terrifying. Hua Qinxue blocked a few of them, but the remaining 2 still flew out. One of them shot into the stone wall. The other one shot towards Yang Hongwu's face. Be careful, Hua Qinxue shouted. Yang Hongwu cursed in his heart. Damn it, why is it coming towards me? This sharp knife was filled with terrifying power. Yang Hongwu was very clear about the hardness of the stone wall. The sharp knife easily pierced into it. He couldn't block it. Moreover, it was so fast. A few thoughts flashed through Yang Hongwu's mind. Mind-refining Heart Sutra. He could only use the power of the Mind-refining Heart Sutra. A divine thought rushed out of the sea of consciousness and restrained the sharp knife. Yang Hongwu couldn't stop it. He spent a lot of energy and only changed the trajectory of the sharp knife slightly. Yang Hongwu dodged. The sharp knife shot towards Yang Hongwu's face. There was a cut on his face. Blood flowed out from the wound. Yang Hongwu was sweating all over. He had used up a lot of energy. His face was pale. Damn it, that was close. He was almost finished. Hua Qinxue and the other 3 girls felt their hearts in their throats as they watched. They were all quite frightened. Chapter 436. Mechanical Beast. This damn mechanical beast almost took my life. Yang Hongwu was furious. If he was killed by a mechanical beast, it would be shameful. When he was in a morning Soul Mountain range, that terrifying giant hand was not able to kill him. If he was killed by this little mechanical beast, it would be too shameful. Mao, does this mechanical beast have any weakness? Yang Hongwu asked. No matter what kind of mechanical beast it was, there would always be a weakness. This mechanical beast was equivalent to an 8th level beast. But if they could find its weakness, it would be very easy to deal with. Weakness it has. Mao said, look below its neck, at its chest, there's a small white dot. That small white dot is the key to this mechanical beast. As long as you break that small white dot, you can get rid of this mechanical beast. Got it. Yang Hongwu looked at Hua Qinxue. At this moment, she was locked in battle with the mechanical beast. Fortunately, there was only one mechanical beast here. If there were more, it would be really troublesome. In this place, only Hua Qinxue had the strength to contend with the mechanical beast. The others were simply not its opponent. Qinxue, this mechanical beast has a weakness. It is below its neck at the small white dot on its chest. Attack there. Yang Hongwu immediately told Hua Qinxue the mechanical beast's weakness. After receiving Yang Hongwu's guidance, Hua Qinxue changed her method and directly attacked the mechanical beast's weakness. After a few breaths of time, Hua Qinxue finally found an opportunity and attacked the small white dot below the mechanical beast's neck. With a kacha sound, the mechanical beast stopped moving. Yang Hongwu was overjoyed. If he could control this mechanical beast, he would have a big helper. An 8th level mechanical beast's fighting strength was very terrifying. This mechanical beast is very powerful. The girls were extremely surprised. Unfortunately, there are no more mechanical engineers in Ancient Domain. Otherwise, if there was a mechanical engineer who studied this mechanical beast, he would be able to use it. Hong Qiao Qiao sighed. It should not be difficult to use this thing. Yang Hongwu said, you have a way? The girls looked at Yang Hongwu. Mechanical beasts could only be controlled by mechanical engineers. Without the secret techniques of mechanical engineers, no one else would be able to control the mechanical beasts. Moreover, if he tried it carelessly, it would easily cause a backlash. Therefore, most people did not dare to attempt to crack the mechanical beasts. Let me try, Yang Hongwu said. He didn't know about mechanical beasts, but he could give it a try. Well, You are not a mechanical engineer. If you're not confident, it is better not to try, Hua Qinshue said worriedly. It's not that serious, right? Yang Hongwu was stunned by Hua Qinshue's tone. If by any chance it causes a backlash, it will be very dangerous. Your strength is far from enough. One strike from it is enough to kill you, Hua Qinshue said. When Yang Hongwu heard that, he said, "It's fine." He still had Bauer, Nini, and Kitty in his body. The cat should be able to see through the structure of this mechanical beast. There is no way to see through it. Kitty's words made Yang Hongwu roll his eyes. Kitty's delusion breaker, I could not see through it. This surprised Yang Hongwu. However, Yang Hongwu still wanted to give it a try. All of you move aside. Since Yang Hongwu knew that the backlash from the mechanical beast was extremely terrifying, he asked the girls to move aside. However, Hua Qinshue did not do so. She was by Yang Hongwu's side. If something happened and Yang Hongwu encountered a backlash, she could protect Yang Hongwu. Yang Hongwu took out a pill, the restriction-breaking pill. If he guessed correctly, there were restrictions on this mechanical beast. These restrictions were very special. Even Kitty could not see through them. However, whether this restriction-breaking pill could break the restrictions, he would only know after trying. If it succeeded, he would have a powerful mechanical beast. However, if it failed, it would not be a big loss to him. Yang Hongwu threw out a few restriction-breaking pills. They fell on the mechanical beast, emitting bursts of light. Yang Hongwu was immediately overjoyed. The restriction was broken. There was indeed a restriction on the mechanical beast. When a mechanical beast was broken, it was easy to encounter a backlash because of the restriction on the mechanical beast. Yang Hongwu caught the mechanical beast. Looking at the layout of the mechanical beast, Yang Hongwu was amazed. This mechanical beast was not simple. It was very sophisticated. At least if Yang Hongwu was asked to make it now, there was no way he could make it. The core of the mechanical beast was the position of the little white dot. It was a core of a savage beast. The higher the level of the core, the stronger the fighting power of the mechanical beast. Of course, the level of the mechanical beast was not only related to the core of the mechanical beast, but also related to the material of the mechanical beast. If the material of the mechanical beast was poor and the restriction runes on it were rubbish, there was no way to exert the power of a high-level mechanical beast. The mechanical beast in front of him was not bad. It was a level 8 mechanical beast. Its fighting power was shocking. Hua Qinshue's attack just now destroyed the core of the mechanical beast. That was why the mechanical beast stopped attacking. Now, as long as the core was put in, it could continue to be activated. However, Yang Hongwu had not figured out how to control the mechanical beast. Where was its control hub? How did he modify the commands of the mechanical beast? This point gave Yang Hongwu a headache. In reality, this mechanical beast was similar to the robots he saw on Earth or in the movies. It should have a program. The core was equivalent to an energy source, and the core control was its program. He didn't have a program, so he couldn't control this mechanical beast. Even if he put the core of a savage beast inside, this mechanical beast wouldn't listen to his commands. This was troublesome. Maybe he could try using the Soul Refining Heart Sutra and the Yin-Yang Soul Lock spell. Yang Hongwu did as he thought. He used his divine consciousness to enter the mechanical beast. He realized that there was a divine consciousness inside the mechanical beast. This divine consciousness was very domineering. Once Yang Hongwu's divine consciousness entered, it was attacked. Yang Hongwu almost vomited blood. What's wrong? Are you okay? Seeing Yang Hongwu's face turn pale, Hua Qinshue was very worried. She quickly said, "It's better not to use this mechanical beast. The backlash is too dangerous." "No, I have found a way to subdue this mechanical beast." Yang Hongwu shook his head, indicating that he was fine. Although the divine consciousness was strong, he had a way to deal with it. Chapter 437. Lotus Pond. Yang Hongwu's dragon soul entered the mechanical beast and devoured the divine sense. Without the divine sense, Yang Hongwu could easily imprint his own divine sense on the mechanical beast. After completing all this, Yang Hongwu asked Hua Qinshue, "Qinshue, do you have the core of a grade 8 savage beast? The higher the grade, the better." I have it, I have it, Gao Qingqing said, looking at the core of a grade 8 savage beast that Gao Qingqing handed over. Yang Hongwu did not reject it. He took it with a smile and said, "Let me show you my mechanical beast." The restriction on the mechanical beast had been broken by him. It was impossible to set another restriction. However, it did not matter. The mechanical beast was in his hands. Once it was taken away, Yang Hongwu could destroy it. Therefore, it did not matter if he did not set another restriction. Yang Hongwu was not a restriction master. Although Yang Hongwu was very talented in talisman, alchemy, and formation, Yang Hongwu did not think that he could achieve much in a restriction master. Moreover, he did not have the time to study restriction masters. Yang Hongwu placed the core into the mechanical beast. The mechanical beast came to life immediately. Yang Hongwu used his divine sense to control the mechanical beast. The mechanical beast moved step by step. Hua Qinxue and the others were very alert, just in case. "It's okay. Don't worry. This mechanical beast is now under my control," Yang Hongwu said with a smile. "It won't hurt anyone." "Really? Junior brother Yang is so powerful. A mechanical beast. Did you get the inheritance of a mechanism master?" Hua Wuing looked at Yang Hongwu and asked. Yang Hongwu shook his head and said no. Normally, when people want to take someone else's mechanical beast, there will be a backlash because there is a special restriction on the mechanical beast. Moreover, there is the owner's imprint in the mechanical beast. As long as the special restriction is broken and the imprint is left, the owner can take the mechanical beast. Mechanism masters, talisman masters, alchemy masters, and other special people had one thing in common. Their mental strength was usually much stronger than ordinary people. Therefore, the imprint that they left on the mechanical beast could not be removed by ordinary people. Even if they were dead, the imprint would still be there. Furthermore, there were special seals on the mechanical beasts. If one wasn't a mechanism master, it would be impossible to break the mechanical beasts and occupy them for one's own use. Of course, there were some who were extremely powerful. For example, those who had reached the realm of a great emperor. Even if the other party wasn't a mechanic, it would be easy for them to break through such a mechanical beast. In front of absolute alchemy magic master, all other methods was skills, was it? Yang Hongwu is. After getting the mechanical beast, Yang Hongwu was more confident about the rest of the journey. "Can I control this mechanical beast?" Gao Qingqing asked. "And this won't do. I've already imprinted my imprint on it. However, if there are more mechanical beasts, I can give one to senior sister Qingqing." Since she had already said so, Yang Hongwu naturally couldn't refuse. In fact, Yang Hongwu also hoped that there would be more mechanical beasts in the rest of the journey. Then, his battle power could continue to increase. "Really? Then it's a deal." Gao Qingqing was very happy when she heard that. "Of course, I always keep my word," Yang Hongwu said. The five of them continued to move forward. In front of them was an open area. The place that this mechanical beast was guarding was definitely not simple. If there was nothing good, it was impossible to use such a strong mechanical beast to guard the pass. As for whether there were other dangers, Yang Hongwu did not know. Mao could not tell. After walking through the tunnel, the scenery in front of them changed greatly. There was actually a lotus pond inside. In this lotus pond, there were gurgling water, lotuses, butterflies flying, and fish playing in the water. Entering this place made people feel as if they had entered a paradise. However, it was precisely such a beautiful scene that caused Yang Hongwu and the others to stop in their tracks. This seemed to be a little abnormal. They did not know if there was any danger here. Especially in a peaceful place, it gave people the feeling that it was more dangerous. Even Yang Hongwu could not see any clues. "Mao, did you find anything here?" Yang Hongwu and Mao communicated. Mao had the delusion breaker eye. She could see things that he could not see. Mao shook her head and said, "I did not find any danger." "No danger?" Yang Hongwu looked at Hua Qinxue and said, "Let me try first." "No, let me go first. I'm stronger than all of you." Hua Qinxue said, "All right, let's use my mechanical beast." Yang Hongwu slapped his head. How could he forget about the mechanical beast? With a wave of his hand, the mechanical beast was summoned. Yang Hongwu controlled the mechanical beast and walked forward. The mechanical beast walked into a water corridor in the middle of the lotus pond. Along the way, they did not encounter any danger. Yang Hongwu and the rest followed. Looking from afar, at the end of the water corridor, there was a pavilion. Was that the pavilion where the Lotus Emperor's inheritance was? Was the divine Lotus ancestral seal inside? Yang Hongwu and the rest were very nervous. However, Yang Hongwu and the rest were also very puzzled. It seemed that they had entered this place too smoothly. They only encountered a mechanical beast. Of course, Shi Qinxiu did not count. Shi Qinxiu was also an outsider who came here to search for treasures. He was definitely not from the Lotus Secret Realm. However, after entering the Lotus Secret Realm, they did not encounter any danger. This made Yang Hongwu feel that it was too smooth. In this place, it seemed to be too peaceful. It made one feel a little unnatural. Sister Wu Ying, do you feel anything? Yang Hongwu asked. I keep feeling that something is not right here. Although he felt that something was not right, Yang Hongwu could not pinpoint exactly what was wrong. This made Yang Hongwu a little depressed. Illusion formation. Could this be an illusion formation? If it was really an illusion formation, even Mao Er's delusion breaker could not see through it. This was a little too scary. With a tense atmosphere and emotions, the five of them came to the pavilion. There were 3 words on the pavilion. That was the name of the pavilion. It was called Divine Lotus Pavilion. Those few words were filled with a mysterious aura. One could not help but fall into it. Yang Hongwu was shocked. This pavilion was indeed not simple. Yang Hongwu looked at the rest and felt the same. However, he had woken up, but they had not. Chapter 438. Spirit Illusion Array. These words are so weird. Yang Hongwu was shocked. To think that even Hua Qinxue would fall into it. Too powerful. Huh? Yang Hongwu shouted. At this moment, everyone woke up. What's going on? Wasn't I in the Immortal Mountain just now? Seems like we've fallen into an illusion. At this moment, all the girls woke up. All of them were confused. The one who recovered the fastest was Hua Qinxue. After all, she was the strongest. Therefore, she was the first to wake up. That's right. These words are really weird. It can make one fall into it uncontrollably. Yang Hongwu said, Then do we still have to go in? Gao Qingqing was a little worried. Since we're already here, there's no reason for us to not go in. I want to know what's inside. Yang Hongwu wanted to know if there was really an inheritance or the divine Lotus ancestral seal in the Saint Lotus Pavilion. How about this? I'll go in alone. You guys wait here. If there's no danger up there, I'll call for you guys. Hua Wuying said, No, I can't let you take the risk alone. Let me go with you. Yang Hongwu looked at her and said, Besides, if there's any danger, I can still protect myself. Let's go together. Hong Qiao Qiao said, Yes, let's go together. There's no reason for us to take the risk alone. Hua Qinxue nodded in agreement. All right then, let's go together. Yang Hongwu pushed open the door. The door shone brightly. It was a light shadow. No one could see what was behind the door. Yang Hongwu did not hesitate. He let the mechanical beast walk in front. Yang Hongwu followed closely behind. He had already communicated with Mao. There was a mysterious seal in the Saint Lotus Pavilion. She could not check out the things inside. Therefore, Yang Hongwu had no idea what was inside the Saint Lotus Pavilion. After entering the door of light, Yang Hongwu was shocked by what he saw. Inside, there were many tall buildings, cars, and people coming and going. This was a city filled with a modern atmosphere. Is this Earth? Looking at this strange yet familiar place, Yang Hongwu frowned. This was definitely an illusion. Was he dreaming? Was he dreaming? No, it seemed very real. Yang Hongwu pinched his arm. The intense pain made Yang Hongwu feel that this was real. I'm back. I'm back on Earth again. Could it be that I've been dreaming all this time? Yang Hongwu couldn't believe it. He wanted to figure out that he was in an illusion. Or was it just a dream? If it was a dream, why did it hurt? Why did it feel so real? The air was still so terrible. In the distance, there was a large group of aunties happily dancing in the square. Right? Yang Hongwu ran his cultivation method. His genuine qi and strength were still there. but everything around him was so real? Or was the place where he was before also a real experience and not a dream? And now, it was also real and not an illusion? Was that door of light the passage to earth? Suddenly, Yang Hongwu felt a sharp pain in his divine abode, which woke Yang Hongwu up. The surrounding high-rise buildings and busy streets suddenly disappeared. What replaced it was a spacious hall. In the hall, there were several people standing. They were the 4 women who came in with him. Another hallucination. Yang Hongwu squinted. If it weren't for Nini and Bao in the celestial abode, he would have probably fallen into the hallucination like the 4 women. At this time, the 4 women change a lot. Their expressions change from sadness to joy, happiness, and hatred. Seeing their expressions, Yang Hongwu frowned. At this moment, the women had fallen into a deep dream. Nini, is there a way to help them get out of the illusion? Yang Hongwu asked. Looking at their situation, Yang Hongwu didn't dare to act rashly. It was too dangerous. If something went wrong, Yang Hongwu didn't dare to think about it. Yes, Nini said, this is a psychic illusion array. As long as you can break this illusion array, they will naturally wake up. How can I break the illusion array? Yang Hongwu asked. Array formation. He had the array breaking pill. Would the array breaking pill be able to break the array formation? Yang Hongwu was still lacking in array knowledge. He didn't have the time and energy to study array. For him, the formation breaking pill could break most arrays. Therefore, as long as his alchemy skills continued to improve, he believed that he could break all arrays with the formation breaking pill. Or, if necessary, he could still learn array knowledge, but not now. Will the formation breaking pill work? Formation breaking pill. This won't work. The formation breaking pill can't break this array. Nini shook her head. Then what should I do? Where's the eye of the array? Psychic illusion array. The eye of the array can't be seen with the naked eye. It needs to be sensed with the soul. This array can only be broken with the soul, Nini said. Soul perception? When Yang Hongwu heard this, he felt a headache coming on. Formation? How could there be such a formation? Using one's spiritual perception to break the formation? This was simply too unfathomable. Nini, are you joking with me? Yang Hongwu asked. This is actually what Sister Bauer said. Although I have some information about the psychic illusion array in my memory, it's not much. Soul perception? Yang Hongwu really didn't have any clue. What kind of soul perception method? Well, actually there's a way. At this time, Yang Hongwu heard Luli speak. Luli, you have a way? Tell me quickly. Hearing that Luli had a way, Yang Hongwu was overjoyed and urged. In this situation, the longer they delayed, the more dangerous it would be. Swimming dragon playing phoenix hand. Luli said, Brother, you can use the swimming dragon playing phoenix hand to wake them up from the psychic illusion array. Yang Hongwu's face changed when he heard this. That, Luli, is there any other way? If it was only Hong Qiao Qiao, Yang Hongwu naturally wouldn't hesitate. Hong Qiao Qiao was his woman, but the other women were different. Hua Wuying, Hua Qinxue, Gao Qingqing, they were not his women. If he used the swimming dragon playing phoenix hand on them, even if they woke up, they would probably be angry. Luli shook his head and said, There is no other way. I only know this method. If you don't use this method, you can only try to sense the eye of the array. Chapter 439. Pantheon demon Sealing Yang Hongwu used the swimming dragon phoenix hand, which he had only used once, and quickly pulled Hong Qiao Qiao out of the mind illusion array. Why am I here? Hong Qiao Qiao, who was pulled out of the mind illusion array, had the same reaction as when she woke up from the illusion. She was confused and confused. You fell into the mind illusion array. Yang Hongwu smiled bitterly. This place is even stranger. This is the mind illusion array. I used a special method to wake you up. At this moment, Hong Qiao Qiao realized that there was something wrong with her body. In the illusion, she had dual cultivated with Yang Hongwu. What about them? I haven't woken them up yet. Yang Hongwu smiled bitterly. This method is a little special. It's not suitable. Look at the situation now. I don't think they will blame you. Hong Qiao Qiao said at this moment. This place was too strange. The longer they waited, the more dangerous it would be. In this mind illusion array, Hong Qiao realized that she was deeply trapped. If it wasn't for Yang Hongwu, she didn't know if she could wake up. Okay, Yang Hongwu nodded in the end. He used the swimming dragon phoenix hand on Hua Qinxue and the others. If he wanted to wake them up, he had to use the swimming dragon phoenix hand to awaken their lust. After dozens of breaths, Hua Qinxue and Hua Wuying woke up with red faces. Looking at Yang Hongwu, they were even more embarrassed. On the other hand, Gao Qingqing's eyes were hazy. She even winked at Yang Hongwu. Yang Hongwu was speechless. This Gao Qingqing's personality was quite different from what he had imagined. Thank you, junior brother Yang. If it wasn't for you, I might not be able to get out of this mind illusion for the rest of my life. Gao Qingqing said. No need, no need. Yang Hongwu hurriedly said, it's good that you don't blame me. I didn't have any other way. This array is too strange. It seems to be the legendary mind illusion array. Mind illusion array? Gao Qingqing took a deep breath. She was an array master, so she naturally knew a lot about array formations. She had also heard of the mind illusion array. It was a legendary array formation. It was rumored that it was created by a great array emperor. No one could break it. Even if a great array emperor was trapped in the array formation, it would still take a long time to break it. However, Yang Hongwu had cracked it so easily. This caused Gao Qingqing to be incomparably shocked. This junior brother's attainments in array formations were truly heaven-defying. He might even have the potential to become an array emperor. Junior brother, you're not lying to me, right? Is this really the legendary mind illusion array? I am certain. I just so happen to know about this sort of spirit formation from an ancient text. I also know about the flaws of this spirit formation. That is why I was able to rescue everyone from this illusion formation. Yang Hongwu said, however, this isn't the complete version of the legendary formation. It's just a simplified version. If it was the real mind illusion array, I wouldn't be able to break it. Yang Hongwu knew that if it weren't for Nini and Sure Bauer's warning, he wouldn't have been able to break out of the illusion formation in such a short time. Let's get out of here, Hua Wuying said at this time. Why? We're already here. Wouldn't it be a pity to go back like this? Yang Hongwu said. Moreover, do we have a way out? Don't forget that when we entered this fork, our way out was already sealed. We have no other choice but to continue forward. Yes, we have no way out, Hua Qinxue and the other girls echoed. I feel that there's a great terror here, Hua Wuying said. Hua Wuying said, besides, this isn't the only way out. I think there are other ways out. Great terror? Yang Hongwu frowned when he heard this. Hua Wuying had the blood of the Hua family flowing through his veins. If he could obtain the Lotus Monarch's inheritance, it would most likely be Hua Wuying. Could it be that there were other people with the blood of the Hua family that had entered the Lotus Secret Realm? Hadn't Hua Wuxi been killed by him? Yang Hongwu looked at Hua Qinxue and said, Qinxue, do you have a bad feeling? Hua Qinxue shook her head and said no. This was strange. No one else present had a bad feeling. Only Hua Wuying had a bad feeling. What was this great terror? Could it be that this was a warning from the Lotus Emperor to his descendants? But if that was the case, why did it lead to such a path when he dripped his blood to ask for directions? Just as Yang Hongwu was puzzled, he wondered if he should turn back and find another way out. There was a huge change in front of him. The main hall exploded, and a square crater appeared. Inside the crater, there were countless skeletons. These skeletons were all pointing in one direction. In that direction, there was a huge ancient bronze coffin. The ancient bronze coffin was covered with runes, and a huge talisman seal was on it. Moreover, the ancient bronze coffin was suspended in the air. There was nothing below, only a dark abyss. From the abyss, there was white gas. The sudden change made everyone's breathing freeze. What is this? Gao Qingqing's voice was trembling. Those densely packed skeletons were not ordinary skeletons. From the skeletons, it could be seen that these people should have been experts when they were alive. Moreover, they were all divine realm experts. These skeletons added up to at least a few thousand. Thousands of skeletons of divine realm experts. How terrifying was this? Was there a reverend or a great sovereign in the ancient bronze coffin? No one knew. Yang Hongwu was familiar with the talisman. It was a talisman treasure, a top-grade talisman treasure. It was not inferior to the divine dragon demon suppressing talisman that he had once obtained. It was even better. With just a few glances at the runes and restrictions on it, one would feel a terrifying power. It was a power that could suppress everything. Yang Hongwu could recognize some of the words on the talisman. It was a myriad deity demon sealing talisman. After Yang Hongwu saw it clearly, he sucked in a cold breath. Myriad deity demon sealing talisman. My God, there should be 10,000 skeletons of divine realm experts here. The reason why they died here was to seal a terrifying demon in the ancient bronze coffin. How terrifying was a demon that needed 10,000 divine realm experts to sacrifice their lives to seal? A reverend or a great sovereign? No matter which level it was not something that they could deal with. Retreat. Let's retreat. This is not a place where we should be. Yang Hongwu smiled bitterly. If the great demon in the ancient bronze coffin was released, the entire ancient domain would suffer. The current ancient domain did not have so many divine realm experts to sacrifice their lives to seal this guy. Chapter 440. Devil's hand in her body. The girls were also shocked. There was actually a demon sealed here, and it was sealed using such a bloody and terrifying method. Yang Hongwu and the girls slowly began to retreat. In the entire space, not even the sound of breathing could be heard. Dong dong, dong dong. At this moment, the sound of a heartbeat could be heard. It was the sound of the ancient bronze coffin. The sound of his heartbeat seemed to be knocking on everyone's hearts. Let's go, let's go. The huge ancient bronze coffin had already begun to shake, which made Yang Hongwu extremely worried. If the devil broke out of the seal at this time, it would be very troublesome. Even if he had 10 more lives, it wouldn't be enough to kill him. Rumble. They had only taken a few steps when the huge bronze coffin suddenly moved. It quickly charged towards Yang Hongwu and the others. The speed was astonishing. Yang Hongwu hurriedly dodged. The ancient bronze coffin blocked the door, blocking the way. Damn it! Yang Hongwu narrowed his eyes. Did they not intend to let him go out? Did they want to keep the 5 of them here? Yang Hongwu took out his saber. Feeling the devil chi, the 9-dragon saber released a golden light. The 4 women also took out their weapons one after another. Yang Hongwu thought about it again. This was a big devil. After being sealed for so long, it should have consumed a lot of energy. Even if it could break out of the seal, it would be impossible for it to have its original cultivation. That's right, the Big Dipper Thunder Formation. Yang Hongwu thought of this array formation. This array formation was created to deal with devils. It existed to eliminate all kinds of devils. Protect me. I'll set up a formation, Yang Hongwu said. The girls nodded. They will. Yang Hongwu stood guard in the center. At this time, Yang Hongwu threw out an object with his left hand. It was the array disc of the Heavenly Dipper Lightning Array. The disc array opened and flew in all directions, enveloping the entire hall. Then, one spirit stone after another was inserted into the disc array. Rumble. After the formation was set up, the sound of thunder could be heard. Bolts of lightning descended and struck the ancient bronze coffin. The ancient bronze coffin shook violently, and the thing inside seemed to want to break free. The huge demon sealing talisman glowed with a golden light, but the golden light gradually weakened. A black, demonic aura began to spread out from within. At this time, the 4 women also launched their attacks, each displaying their strongest moves. Hua Qinxue released a huge sacred lotus flower. This lotus flower was pure and noble, filled with sacred power. Hong Qiaoqiao's ice flame sword chi continued to release. The ice crystal sword stabbed out. The sword chi condensed and formed a huge ice crystal divine sword. The surrounding air seemed to be frozen. Hua Wuing also activated her twin battle constitutions. Although her cultivation wasn't strong, her aura was shocking. She was wrapped in a crimson lotus with a demonic moon above her head. On the other hand, Gao Qingqing was a green lotus. This was the vision of the green lotus sacred physique. When the green lotus appeared, gods and devils would retreat. Rumble. The terrifying attacks landed on the ancient bronze coffin, causing it to shake continuously. A black light shot out, and the women suffered a terrifying rebound force. Bang, bang, bang. The four women were all sent flying, and the huge, ancient bronze coffin started to spin rapidly. Rushing thunderhand, Yang Hongwu seemed to have turned into a bolt of lightning. A huge electric arc struck out from Yang Hongwu's hands. Bang! The lightning struck the ancient bronze coffin, and the entire hall was lit up. Yang Hongwu felt the terrifying power. A black aura rushed into Yang Hongwu's body. This black aura crazily rushed into his body, wreaking havoc. Yang Hongwu operated the 9 transformation yin-yang harmony art to expel this demonic aura, but he couldn't do it. His meridians were tough and wide, but in front of this terrifying demonic aura, they were so weak. At this time, a green energy flowed into his meridians in his spiritual dwellings. It was Nini's power. This green energy was filled with surging vitality. In front of this green energy, the demonic aura was quickly suppressed and expelled from his body. The Heavenly Dipper Thunder formation consumed a lot of energy. Yang Hongwu once again threw a few spiritual stones into the formation plate. Then, Yang Hongwu clenched the 9-dragon battle saber with both hands. True dragon subduing demon. With this slash, a sacred true dragon soared into the sky. After a loud dragon roar, the golden dragon rushed toward the ancient bronze coffin. At this time, a black smoke emerged in front of the ancient bronze coffin. This black smoke formed an evil demonic dragon. The demonic dragon's face was ferocious. Its huge head opened its mouth, and its sharp teeth were like razors. Terrifying, demonic flames shot out of those copper-like eyes. Roar! The demonic dragon's voice was very strange. It seemed to be able to shatter one's sea of consciousness and make one's soul palpitate. The golden dragon collided with the demonic dragon, and it was scattered in an instant. Yang Hongwu spat out a mouthful of blood. His body flew backward and crashed into the wall. The 9-dragon battle saber in his hand flew out. It was too strong. They were not on the same level. Hong Qiao and Hua Qinshu each took one side and helped Yang Hongwu up. At this time, the ancient bronze coffin shook even more violently. At this time, the demonic dragon rushed over again. The 4 girls' faces changed, and they all went up to meet it. Bang, bang, bang. The 4 of them were sent flying again. Each of them was heavily injured and could not move. At this time, the demonic dragon disappeared. The huge ancient bronze coffin rushed toward Yang Hongwu. Yang Hongwu stood up. At this time, he was in a most dangerous situation. He could not care less. Yang Hongwu used the battle spirit possession again. The 9-dragon sage body also opened. Mysterious dragon 9 transformations. 5th transformation, Herculean technique. Stun god finger. 1st finger, frighten gods and ghosts. 2nd finger, slay gods and demons. 3rd finger, destroy heaven and earth. A huge finger, which seemed to have come from the ancient times, contained an aura that could destroy heaven and earth. It crashed heavily onto the ancient bronze coffin. Boom! With a loud sound, the ancient bronze coffin exploded. The talisman seal was broken. A huge palm flew out from the ancient bronze coffin. Whoosh! It was so fast that Yang Hongwu could not dodge in time. The palm rushed into Yang Hongwu's body. Yang Hongwu only felt a terrifying force colliding in his body. The palm entered Yang Hongwu's right arm and merged with it. The intense pain made Yang Hongwu feel that his body and arm were about to be torn apart. It was as if millions of ants were gnawing on his right arm. Yang Hongwu hugged his right arm and rolled on the ground. It was too painful. Hua Qinshu's cultivation was the highest, and her injuries were the lightest. When she saw this scene, her face changed. She endured the pain and came to Yang Hongwu's side. Chapter 441. Demonic Qi Boiling. Don't touch me, Yang Hongwu said hurriedly. Get out of my way. Go away. Yang Hongwu was well aware of his situation. Demonic Qi was wreaking havoc in his body. It even rushed into his sea of consciousness. His negative emotions began to expand crazily. He even felt that he couldn't control it anymore. Yang Hongwu wanted to kill someone. A terrifying, murderous aura spread out. Suppressing his killing intent, Yang Hongwu looked at the approaching Hua Qinxue and the other 3 women and said, "The devil's hand has entered my body. There is a devil's hand sealed in this ancient bronze coffin. It has already entered my body and is about to merge with my right hand. I have no way to drive it out. I don't know what will happen next. Now, I'm about to lose control of myself. You guys hurry up and go away. Wait until I can control myself. Then you guys can come back. Formation. Open the formation and lock me in the formation." Yang Hongwu didn't want to be controlled by the demonic hand and cause harm to them. "No, I'll stay with you. You'll be fine. You have to believe in yourself." Hua Qinxue said, "I know. I'll be fine, but I need time." Yang Hongwu gritted his teeth and said, "Go away. I'll be more worried if you stay here." Yang Hongwu's right hand swelled up. His muscles bulged. The veins on his arm bulged like earthworms. It was incomparably ferocious. Bang! Yang Hongwu fiercely punched the ground. The ground was very solid. Even when Yang Hongwu used the full strength of the 9 Dragons combat blade, he couldn't leave a crack on the ground. But now, Yang Hongwu's punch left a clear fist mark on the ground. It could be seen how terrifying the power of this punch was. Gao Qingqing, who was far away, gasped. They were well aware of the situation on the ground. Yang Hongwu was so terrifying now, and the power of this punch was so strong. That demonic hand was terrifying, too terrifying. They didn't know what kind of demonic hand it was, but they were afraid that it was a great emperor-level demonic hand. Even a single hand required tens of thousands of deity realm experts to sacrifice their lives to seal it. From this, one could see how powerful this devil was. Hua Qinxue and Hong Qiao were extremely worried. They looked at Yang Hongwu from afar and gave him encouragement. He didn't want to see Yang Hongwu being controlled by the demon hand. At this time, Yang Hongwu felt that the negative influence on him was getting bigger and bigger. His inner demons had also appeared. Slowly, Yang Hongwu felt that he could no longer control himself. Kill! 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 A terrifying killing intent was released, and Yang Hongwu's eyes turned red. A terrifying, murderous aura spread out and enveloped the entire hall. The murderous aura was so strong that the air in the hall froze. Hua Wuying and the other girls couldn't help but shiver from afar. This killing intent was too terrifying. It was unprecedented. 10-directional killing fist, 10-directional extermination. Yang Hongwu suddenly remembered the 10-directional killing fist that he had cultivated. Although he had cultivated the 10-directional killing fist before, he always felt that there was no way to obtain the true essence of the 10-directional killing fist. His murderous aura wasn't enough. Now that the terrifying demon hand had merged with his body, it had triggered his inner demons. His murderous aura was many times stronger than before. Even those assassins who had killed countless people and generals who had climbed up from mountains of corpses and seas of bones were far inferior to him. Even the murderous aura of the warriors who had entered the Tao of killing was like a drizzle in front of him. They weren't on the same level at all. As the 10-directional killing fist was released, terrifying devils appeared one after another. These devils were surging with murderous aura. They were formed by pure murderous aura. They existed for the sake of killing. Roar, punch after punch, the surrounding space was on the verge of collapsing. The terrifying ground and walls were punched out by Yang Hongwu, creating terrifying craters one after another. Kacha! Kacha! A stone wall was smashed open by Yang Hongwu. Yang Hongwu's speed was getting faster and faster. Yang Hongwu used the 10-directional killing fist again and again. Boom! The stone wall collapsed with a loud bang, and another large hall appeared in front of them. "Who's there?" a voice called out. A group of people appeared in the hall. Yang Hongwu and Hong Qiao didn't know this group of people. Only Gao Qingqing was familiar with them. These people were very close to Lin Ao. They were also members of Lin Ao's family. They were members of the ancient region's Lin family. The Lin family was one of the top 10 families in the ancient region. They weren't weak. Although Lin Ao's talent was considered to be above average in the Lin family, he wasn't the strongest. The person leading the group was Lin Ao's brother, Lin Yi. Gao Qingqing, it's you? Where's my brother? Lin Yi saw Gao Qingqing, but found that his brother wasn't by her side. He frowned. He knew his brother's situation. In order to get Gao Qingqing, he was always by Gao Qingqing's side. Even after Gao Qingqing left the Tianyi holy abode, he never left her side. But this time, his brother wasn't by Gao Qingqing's side. This made Lin Yi suspicious. Kill. Yang Hongwu looked at this guy. He couldn't control his killing intent anymore. His eyes were red. He looked at Lin Yi and the others. After all, this guy wasn't one of them. Speaking of which, he would have to fight with him eventually. It seemed that his relationship with Lin Ao wasn't bad. Yang Hongwu didn't know that he was Lin Ao's brother, but he could feel the killing intent in his eyes. It was this killing intent that completely infuriated Yang Hongwu, who was still in a daze. He used the 10-directional killing fist. Phantoms of the Grim Reaper and the Asuras and demons appeared one after another. Together with the force of the fist, they struck out in a frenzy. Those with a weaker cultivation base felt as though they were suffocating under the terrifying killing intent. Boom, 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 boom. In a breath's time, there were a few people who died under Yang Hongwu's killing fist. Lin Yi was furious. This bastard attacked first. He didn't even look for trouble with him, but he killed so many of his men. You deserve to die. Lin Yi's eyes were filled with killing intent. The long saber in his hand suddenly slashed towards Yang Hongwu. The saber light condensed into a solid form. His aura rose to the extreme. Divine Realm, another Divine Realm expert. He was at the first level of the Divine Realm, just like Hua Qinxue. Moreover, he was already at the peak of Divine Realm Level 1. He only needed a little bit of luck to cross the threshold and enter Level 2 Divine Realm. Along with the saber, the surging spiritual energy condensed into a terrifying saber chi. The space was shattered. This saber seemed to have come from the world of saber. It was a pure saber, a saber that killed people. It was unstoppable. However, it was still weak in front of Yang Hongwu's terrifying demonic hand. Yang Hongwu's demonic hand released endless power. It made Yang Hongwu feel that he was the strongest person in the world. Kill. Anyone who stood in his way would be killed. There was no one in this world that he couldn't kill. Chapter 442. Terrifying collision. Two powerful forces collided, and Yang Hongwu's fist landed on Lin Yi's sword. The saber chi was shattered instantly, but the murderous aura that Yang Hongwu gathered on his fist did not dissipate at all. His fist landed on Lin Yi's chest. A violent force rushed into Lin Yi's body. Lin Yi's eyes widened, and he took a few steps back. His face was extremely pale, and he spat out mouthfuls of blood. He couldn't even stand properly. What a terrifying cultivation. This is Killing Fist. Are you from the Asura by family? Lin Yi looked at Yang Hongwu. This person's cultivation realm did not seem high. He was only at level 5, primordial spirit realm. However, his strength had reached such a terrifying level. Was he a monster? The Bai family actually produced such a monster. Even the Asura by Qi was not as strong as this young man. Looking at Yang Hongwu walking towards him step by step, Lin Yi's face became extremely solemn. He quickly swallowed a pill. Murderous aura. His murderous aura was too terrifying. There was a huge difference between his right hand and his left hand. His left hand did not seem to release any energy, but his right hand was extremely terrifying. It was as if it was the hand of a demon. Yang Hongwu reached out his hand and grabbed at the pillar. Crack! One of the stone pillars was crushed into pieces and collapsed to the ground with a loud rumble. Lin Yi knew how hard the stone pillar was. Even if he broke through to the second, third, or even fourth stage of the God Realm, he wouldn't be able to break the stone pillar so easily. Madness, demonic aura. Lin Yi's face was solemn. Did this guy go berserk during his cultivation? Thinking of this, Lin Yi's mouth twitched. This bastard, where did he come from? Why did he go berserk? If it was any other time, He would be very happy to see such a terrifying genius go berserk. However, he cannot be happy now. His life was in danger. This guy went berserk and targeted him. Gao Qingqing, you guys come with me and block him. Lin, he said to Gao Qingqing as he gathered his people together. Impossible. Impossible. Do you want us to die together? Lin, he said angrily. Didn't you notice that he's already lost his mind? His strength was so terrifying, and there was also this murderous aura. It was unknown how many people he had killed to condense it. If it wasn't 10 million, it would be at least 1 million. If we don't kill such a great demon here, do you want him to go out and wreak havoc in the ancient region? Crack! Yang Hanwu killed a few warriors with one punch and walked towards Lin, step by step. Lin, he didn't have a lot of people with him. The rest of them were all scared to death and kept backing away, not daring to move forward. This person was actually so powerful. His combat prowess had probably reached the late divine realm or even higher. Kill! 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 Yang Hongwu shouted and released a terrifying killing move. His right hand was surrounded by black devil chi. This devil chi began to change and became more and more solid. Its power also became more and more terrifying. Boom! With another punch, another warrior was blasted apart. The terrifying force slammed into the wall, creating a deep crater in it. Demon, how dare you? At this time, a loud and clear voice resounded. A bald man appeared in front of him. It was a monk. This monk was wearing a coarse monk robe. He held a Luo monk staff in one hand, and with the other hand, a string of Buddhist beads flew out and exploded, forming a huge swastika. It flew towards Yang Hongwu. Yang Hongwu clenched his right fist and punched out. The terrifying devil chi condensed into a demon. The demon's face was hideous, and it let out a terrifying roar. It collided with the huge swastika. Boom, 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 boom. In an instant, it exploded and dazzling light shone out, making people unable to open their eyes. Yang Hongwu was forced to take a few steps back. The monk also coughed up blood from the corner of his mouth. What a great demon! You're so powerful. Today, I must eliminate you. I won't let you harm the common people. With that, the monk spat out a mouthful of blood, which landed on the Luo monk staff in his hand. A Buddha on the Luo monk staff opened its eyes. In an instant, golden light shone brightly. Chants of Buddhist names and scriptures came out of the Buddha's mouth. The Buddha's scriptures were chanting faster and faster. It was still spinning rapidly around Yang Hongwu. It was as if there were countless Buddhas chanting scriptures. A damn bald donkey. Die, all of you, die for me. Yang Hongwu roared. His right hand swelled several times, and his fingernails elongated a lot. They were incomparably sharp, as if they were terrifying, sharp blades. Bang! 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 The Buddhas were destroyed one after another. Every time a Buddha was destroyed, the monk would spit out a mouthful of blood. His body would tremble, and he would take a step back. His face would become paler each time. Boom! Boom! After all the Buddhas were destroyed by Yang Hongwu, the monk was also on the verge of collapse. What a powerful demon! Dragon and tiger subdued demon, huff! The monk held on with his last breath. The Luo monk staff in his hand flew towards Yang Hongwu. It turned into a golden dragon and a fierce tiger. The roar of the dragon and the roar of the tiger intertwined, as if they were about to break through the sky. Demon destroys the world. Yang Hongwu roared. A terrifying demon appeared. It was a man in pitch-black clothes. He was abnormally handsome, but his eyes were filled with killing intent and destruction. This man was a terrifying demon. He raised his hands, and a terrifying power condensed in his hands. Then, a terrifying saber was formed. The saber was blood red, and there were countless runes on it. These runes were incomparably strange, as if they were the incarnation of a demon. Destroy! Boom! The saber slashed out. There was no way to describe this saber. There was only destruction, endless destruction. The golden dragon and tiger could not block this saber. They were annihilated and dissipated before they even touched the saber. The monk's body was sent flying. Just as he was about to be killed, a golden light flew out from between the monk's eyebrows. The beam of golden light collided with the terrifying saber. The two forces exploded, and the entire hall was torn apart. Boom! With a loud sound, the whole world shook as if it was about to be destroyed. The whole mountain suddenly exploded. A huge cloud of smoke rose into the air. This terrifying power sent Hua, Qianxue, and the others flying far away. This terrifying vibration caused the whole great snow mountain to shake. It was as if there was a huge earthquake. Everyone in the surroundings rushed over. They felt the terrifying power. What a terrifying demonic aura. Ancestor demon. This is the aura of an ancestor demon. In the ancient region, the faces of the old people in the various immortal mansions changed. In other places, some hidden experts also felt the terrifying demonic aura. Great Snow Mountain's direction. Chapter 443. The pursuers had arrived. After sending the monk flying, Yang Hongwu fainted. Hong Qiao and Hua Qianxue quickly ran over and helped Yang Hongwu up. Lin Yi's eyes flashed coldly. This was the best chance to kill him. He raised his battle saber and rushed towards Yang Hongwu. The battle saber slashed towards Yang Hongwu, Hua Qianxue, and the other two. "Be careful," Gao Qingqing shouted. Hua Qianxue's eyes flashed coldly. "You're looking for death." She gathered her mana in her right hand and formed a white lotus. The lotus flew out and collided with Lin Yi's sword. Bang! Hua Qianxue's body shook, and Lin Yi was sent flying. Hua Qianxue's strength was not as strong as Lin Yi, but Lin Yi was too heavily injured and was sent flying by Hua Qianxue. Lin Yi somersaulted in the air and landed on the ground. He looked at Hua Qianxue angrily. "Do you know what you're doing? He's a demon. He's already possessed by the devil. He's a terrifying demon. You're bringing disaster to the world. Do you know that? If you keep talking, I'll kill you." Hua Qianxue snorted coldly. She didn't hide her anger at all. Although they were worried that Yang Hongwu would be possessed by the devil, they didn't want to kill Yang Hongwu. They believed that Yang Hongwu could definitely survive and defeat that demon. Lin Yi was furious. He knew that his injuries were too serious. He was no match for Hua Qianxue. "Good, very good. You'll regret protecting a demon like him. When that time comes, there will be no place for you in the entire ancient region." Lin Yi said coldly and turned to leave. He didn't dare to stay here any longer. If that guy woke up again, he might really die here. Thinking about what happened before, he was scared. If it wasn't for that monk, he would have died in Yang Hongwu's hands. Seeing Lin Yi leave, Hua Qianxue and Hong Qiao sighed in relief. In fact, Hua Qianxue and the rest were also heavily injured. At this moment, this place was completely exposed. They had to leave this place. Hua Qianxue and the other three left with Yang Hongwu in a hurry. An hour later, the four women brought Yang Hongwu to a valley. At this time, Yang Hongwu slowly opened his eyes and woke up. "Yang Hongwu, you're awake?" Seeing Yang Hongwu open his eyes, Hua Qianxue and the other two girls heaved a sigh of relief. They were really worried that Yang Hongwu would continue to be controlled by that devil. If that was the case, it would be dangerous. The four of them were no match for him at all. "I'm fine. You don't have to worry. I'm fine." Yang Hongwu looked at his right hand. At this time, his right hand had some changes. The sharp nails and the bulging blue veins had returned to their original state. However, there was a black rune on it. Yang Hongwu couldn't erase this black rune even if he wanted to. Yang Hongwu was very clear about his own situation. Now that the devil's hand had consumed a lot of energy, it had integrated into his right arm. In fact, it had become his right hand. It still had a terrifying demonic nature. Once it erupted, it would be very dangerous. Previously, it was already so terrifying before it was completely unsealed. If it was completely unsealed, no one in ancient domain would be able to resist it. Now, it was all thanks to Sherbauer's help. She had spent a lot of energy. Lu Li and Nini had used the power of the Nine-Dragon Saber and the Immortal Pagoda to suppress the demonic qi. This also meant that before he solved the problem of the demonic qi, he couldn't use the Immortal Pagoda and the Nine-Dragon Saber. In this way, his battle strength would be greatly reduced. It was equivalent to losing a life-saving trump card. However, if he thought about it from another perspective, it wasn't necessarily so. If he encountered a particularly powerful enemy that he couldn't deal with, he could unseal the devil's hand and use its power to deal with the enemy. This was a very good method, but it would be more dangerous. That's good. What's the matter with the devil's hand? Hua Wuying asked. Thinking about the might of the devil's hand, the girls' hearts still palpitated. It was too terrifying. Perhaps only a venerable could resist it. I don't know the details. I've already sealed it. Perhaps in the future, when I have enough strength, I will refine that demonic hand. Then I will know what the demonic hand is, Yang Hongwu said. At this time, Fang Gu and the Snow Devil entered the secret realm. They also felt the terrifying energy fluctuation from before. Soon, it's just in front. Fang Gu said, "We finally found it. This is the Lotus Secret Realm. The terrifying energy fluctuation just now should be the location of the Emperor weapon." The Snow Devil said, "Such a terrifying energy fluctuation couldn't be emitted by an ordinary person. The only possibility was that a supreme treasure had appeared, the Emperor weapon. After so long, they finally caught up. That little bastard and that bitch Hong Qiao Qiao. I must kill them." To Fang Gu, the journey was too frustrating. At this time, the two of them were in a very sorry state. Their faces and hands were injured to varying degrees. Their hair was also disheveled. Without a map, the two of them encountered many savage beasts and ferocious beasts along the way. They were all very powerful. Every time, it took them a lot of effort to kill those savage beasts. There was once when they almost died under the claws of a pack of ferocious wolves. Someone's coming. It's actually them. Yang Hongwu, who was resting, suddenly opened his eyes and said to the four girls, "Is it Lin?" Gao Qingqing asked. "No, it's Fang Gu and the Snow Devil." The Snow Devil? Gao Qingqing's expression changed slightly. Obviously, she knew this guy. "Yes. Before Qiao Qiao and I came to the Great Snow Mountain, we met Qiao Qiao's senior brother, Fang Gu. We didn't expect that Fang Gu was worse than an animal. He killed Qiao Qiao's senior brother and master, and wanted to kill Qiao Qiao and me. In the end, we escaped. When we were in the Great Snow Mountain, I used a plan to let the Snow Devil and Fang Gu fight. I didn't expect them to work together now," Yang Hongwu said. However, Yang Hongwu was curious. How did the two of them find him? How stupid. They left a tracking technique on you. After so long, you didn't realize it. Sure, Baoer's voice sounded in Yang Hongwu's mind. Yang Hongwu was stunned. He communicated with Sure Baoer telepathically. "Why didn't you say so earlier?" "Why should I?" Sure Baoer said. "I finally found you. You two bitches, I said I wouldn't let you go." Fang Gu walked over from afar. Chapter 444. Water of Life. Yang Hongwu's face turned solemn. The strength of a mortal snow demon and Fang Gu was not to be underestimated. Both of them were Step 4 Divine Realm experts. If Hua Qinxue was at her peak and not injured, Yang Hongwu would not have to worry at all. She could easily deal with them. However, Hua Qinxue's injuries had not healed yet, which made Yang Hongwu particularly annoyed. Hong Qiao Qiao and the other girls were also injured to varying degrees and had not fully recovered. It would be troublesome to deal with these two. His recovery speed was much faster than ordinary people because of Nini's help. However, his cultivation was too weak. Compared to a Step 4 Divine Realm expert, the gap was huge. Moreover, Ing Xiaorui had consumed too much energy and was in a deep sleep. He could not use the Fighting Spear possession. Besides, the Immortal Pagoda and the Nine Dragons Combat Saber had to suppress the Demon Hand. Facing Fang Gu and Immortal Snow Demon, he was in a precarious situation. What should he do now? Fang Gu, Immortal Snow Demon, you'd better leave here. Otherwise, we won't be polite. Yang Hongwu narrowed his eyes. Although he was worried, he wouldn't show it on his face. Once he showed it, it would definitely be miserable. Now, he just hoped to scare them. If there was no way to scare them, then he could only take action. You won't be polite. Ha! You're just a little guy at level 5 Primordial Spirit Realm. I like to see how you're going to be rude. Immortal Snow Demon laughed. Qinxue. Yang Hongwu looked at Hua Qinxue. Her strength was at level 1 of the Divine Realm. Although she was injured, her aura was still there. She could barely release it. Moreover, in a real battle, it wouldn't be a problem for her to deal with one person. Yang Hongwu was clear about this. Only Hua Qianxue could deal with one person. Even if the other four joined forces, they might not be able to deal with Feng Ge. Hua Qianxue nodded and released her level 1 Divine Realm aura, enveloping the two of them. Feng Ge and Immortal Snow Demon's faces changed. This woman's strength was powerful. She had broken through to the Divine Realm, unlike them, who were at level 4 Divine Realm. Although there was a thin line between level 1 Divine Realm and level 4 Divine Realm, in a real fight, it was absolutely heaven and earth. Feng Ge and Immortal Snow Demon were no Divine Realm experts. Level 1 Divine Realm. I didn't expect it. Level 1 Realm Divine Realm. Their faces were ashen. It was not easy for them to catch up with Yi Shiwen, but this was the result. The two of them were very unwilling. However, even if they were unwilling, so what? They were not as strong as Yi Shiwen. If they really fought against Yi Shiwen, they were afraid that they would be the ones to die. Master Snow Demon did not hesitate at all. To him, his own life was far more important. As for treasures and whatnot, they were all under the premise that he could protect his own life. Without absolute certainty of victory, he would definitely not act rashly and risk his own life for it. Reverend Snow Devil, are we really going to give up just like that? Feng Ge was unwilling to give up. Immortal Snow Demon is a level 1 Divine Realm expert. Even if he hasn't stabilized his realm, he's still not someone we can deal with. If you want to die, go ahead. I'm not going to throw my life away. Immortal Snow Demon ignored Feng Ge and walked away. Feng Ge was helpless. He glared at Yang Hongwu and Hua Qianxue. Then, he chased after Immortal Snow Demon. Even though they were in the Lotus Secret Realm, Feng Ge planned to stay with Immortal Snow Demon. It was too dangerous here. He was very worried about the situation. Immortal Snow Demon could share the burden. Once they encountered any terrifying danger, they would have a scapegoat. Seeing Feng Ge and Immortal Snow Demon leaving, Yang Hongwu and the girls heaved a sigh of relief. They're finally gone. If those two bastards really want to fight, we'll be in trouble. Gao Qingqing said, That's right. That's right. Both of them are very strong. Both of them are at 4th step Divine Realm. Although I'm already at level 1 of the Divine Realm, due to my injuries, I can only deal with one of them. It's impossible for both of you to deal with the other one. Hua Qianxue was the same. If they were to fight, it would be very dangerous. Where are we going now? That way. Yang Hongwu pointed at the direction Immortal Snow Demon and Feng Ge had gone. Are you serious? The girls' faces changed. They looked at Yang Hongwu and said, That's the direction those two bastards went. If we meet them again, won't it be troublesome? The map can sense it. Yang Hongwu smiled bitterly. He knew that, but the map could sense it. It was in that direction. He guessed that the inheritance of the Lotus Emperor was in that direction. Are you sure you're not mistaken? Hua Wuying looked at Yang Hongwu and asked, Is it your devil's hand? There's a demonic hand sealed in the Lotus Secret Realm. Can't there be a second one? This is just the right hand. A person must have other bodies. Not only the right hand, but also the left hand, the head, the body, the legs, and so on. Is it the other parts of the demonic hand that are summoning us? Hearing this, the other 3 girls were shocked. Demonic hand. Yes, there's only one demonic hand sealed here. A great demon must have more than one hand, right? There must be other parts. This hand was already so terrifying. If there were other parts, then that would be too terrifying. Yang Hongwu might be able to suppress it with just one hand, but with his other body parts, Yang Hongwu definitely wouldn't be able to suppress it with his current strength. Even with the help of the 4 girls, they still wouldn't be a match for it. In fact, if the devil's hand joined forces with other body parts, no one in the Great Snow Mountain or the Secret Lotus Realm would be able to withstand it. Yang Hongwu shook his head and said, How is that possible? You're thinking too much. It's not my hand or the demonic hand that's summoning us. It's the map. After entering the secret realm, the 3 maps were in Yang Hongwu's hands. Yang Hongwu took out the maps and handed them to Hua Qianxue and said, If you don't believe me, you can try it yourself. Then you'll know if it's real or not. This is really the case. After receiving the maps, the four girls felt that the maps were indeed summoned and sent out a message. The map was pointing in the direction that Fonggu and the snow demon had gone. Won't it be troublesome if we meet them again? Don't worry. Yang Hongwu thought of something. It was a drop of life water that Yang Hongwu had asked Sherbauer for. A single drop of life water could allow a severely injured martial artist who was on the verge of death to instantly recover to his peak. Yang Hongwu had gone through a lot of trouble to get this from Sherbauer. He didn't want to use it, but there was no better way now. Chapter 445. Kill them all. Qinxue, this is for you. Yang Hongwu passed the life water to Hua Qinxue and said, "It can help you recover to your peak and even help you break through." "What's this?" Hua Qinxue asked curiously as she looked at the jade bottle that Yang Hongwu passed to her. "Life water." "What? You're saying that this is the life water? The legendary life water?" Hua Qinxue was shocked as her eyes widened in disbelief. Hua Wuying and the other two girls were also shocked to the extreme. "You're not joking, right?" Of course, they knew how precious the life water was. It was something that only existed in legends. Even in the Qingyun domain, it was an extremely precious existence. Not to mention in the ancient domain, it was basically a legend. According to the legends, as long as there was a trace of vitality in the life water, no matter what cultivation level or how serious the injury was, it could instantly recover. With the life water, it was equivalent to having an extra life. Furthermore, the effects of the water of life were far from limited to that. For those old antiques who were nearing the end of their lifespans and were about to die, the water of life could allow them to return to the peak of their youth, allowing them to live for hundreds or even thousands of years longer. That was why the life water was so precious. In the ancient domain, there had been no news of the life water for many years. The last time the life water appeared was 10,000 years ago. Someone obtained a drop of it in an ancient ruin. For that drop of life water, countless experts had died. Of course, I'm not joking. This is the life water. Qinxue, quickly consume it. Yang Hongwu said, "No, this is too precious. I can't accept it." Hua Qinxue returned the jade bottle to Yang Hongwu and said, "The life water is too precious. It's used to save lives. It's too wasteful to give it to me." "What's there to be wasteful about?" Yang Hongwu said, "This is related to the Emperor weapon. It's related to your Hua clan's inheritance and Sister Wuying's future. What a mere drop of life water." "But no buts. I won't use the life elixir myself." Yang Hongwu passed the life water to Hua Qinxue again and said, "You have to believe me. Look, my injuries were so serious before. Haven't I recovered to my peak now?" "No, now is not the time. Use it when we're in danger. Maybe we won't need it." Hua Qinxue said. Seeing Hua Qinxue's insistence, Yang Hongwu had no choice but to say, "Qinxue, take this life water. You have the highest cultivation. If anything happens, you can take it. That way, your cultivation can reach the peak of level 1 Divine Realm, or even level 2 Divine Realm. We have to rely on you. After all, your cultivation is the strongest, and we are too weak. If we encounter a powerful enemy, only you can deal with it." After Yang Hongwu said so, Hua Qinxue did not refuse anymore. After Hua Qinxue kept the life water, the group started to move in the direction where Fonggu and Snow Demon had gone. After walking for a short distance, Yang Hongwu was alerted by Mao He did not expect Fonggu and Snow Demon to be lying in ambush in front of the group. "These two bastards, they're lying in ambush in front of us." Yang Hongwu's eyes were filled with killing intent. These two bastards were lying in ambush there because they knew about Hua Qinxue's condition. Her cultivation had not recovered to its peak yet. She was injured. However, Yang Hongwu was curious. How did these two bastards get this information? Did they not leave just now? This was impossible. Within a radius of 3,000 meters, there is absolutely no way for them to hide from the cat's delusion breaker eye. Therefore, Yang Hongwu guessed that they must have left something behind when they left just now. Maybe it was some kind of secret technique that allowed them to hear his conversation with Hua Qinxue. "You can use your dragon soul to sense it," Sherbauer could not help but say. To Sure Bao giving Yang Hongwu a drop of life water was enough to make her feel the pinch. That drop of life water was equivalent to 50 years of her cultivation. Although 50 years of cultivation was nothing to her, she had never given anyone else a drop of life water before. To Sure Bao the life water was like a drop of blood essence to a warrior. Dragon Soul Sense. Yang Hongwu hurriedly communicated with his dragon soul. The dragon soul looked around. After sensing for a while, it found a very small soul worm on its body. This soul worm was very weak. It was as small as an ant and did not have a trace of cultivation. Moreover, there was no way to see it with the naked eye. This soul worm was mainly used to gather information about the enemy. Most of the time, it was used in large-scale battles. Yang Hongwu did not expect that the two would leave a soul worm here. Yang Hongwu's dragon soul opened its mouth and swallowed the soul worm. The soul worm was of some help to the dragon soul, but not much. Therefore, Yang Hongwu did not let the dragon soul swallow and refine the soul worm. Instead, he wanted to keep it for his own use and gather information. This was a very good idea. Before Yang Hongwu entered the ancient region, he wanted to establish his own force. Gathering information was a key factor. For any organization, gathering information was very important. Without an information network, it would be very difficult for the organization to become strong. However, Yang Hongwu only let the dragon's soul swallow the soul worm. He did not refine it or remove the imprint on it. This way, he would not alert the enemy. What's wrong? Yang Hongwu stopped. Hua Qinxue and the others were puzzled. Is there a problem? Or is Fang Gu and the others not far away? And Yang Hongwu nodded. Fang Gu and Snow Demon, those two bastards, are lying in ambush ahead. I plan to beat them at their own game and kill those two bastards. There were ways to deal with ambushes. At that time, Hua Qinxue could launch a surprise attack and kill one of them. As long as one person was killed, the other one would not be difficult. When they left, they deliberately put on a show for us to see. Gao Qingqing said, hateful, too hateful. These two bastards are actually so insidious. Junior brother Yang is right. We should beat them at their own game and kill them all. How? Hua Wuying asked. You're tuning into the Warrior Lore YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe and join us on this journey to catch the most captivating stories.